SpeedGaming. We are going live with our tournament for Pokemon Crystal Full Item Randomizer. My name is Strife Sada, and joining me today is Rob the Gamer.
Hello, everybody.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and let the racers know that we're going to get started. And we should be good to go here in just a second for a race between Xan and Woongi. So both of these are very known runners in their respective communities. Woongi more so with our English-speaking community that does a lot of Pokemon Crystal randomizers, whereas Xan, from what I am being told, is a little bit of a bigger influence in the Portuguese-speaking Brazilian community. So just a little bit of a clash of two different styles. It's going to be interesting to see which one comes out on top.
Yeah, I'm especially excited to see the differences between the two, and if there's any tricks that are well known in the Portuguese community of this that maybe haven't necessarily transferred over to the English-speaking part. Because that happens sometimes with some of these kinds of events. But let's go ahead and see. What kind of starter do you think we're going to see? Anything good?
Starters usually aren't really that relevant for this point in the game, at least as far as I can tell. You usually want to try and get something really high quality in this race, because we are going all the way to red, if you weren't aware. The goal of this game is not to beat the Elite Four, it's to beat red. So we have to, we're a little bit farther away from doing it, but we eventually have to take down a level 81, and that's not something you want to do with just any Pokemon.
No, so let's go ahead and see what we got for starters. Sandshrew, nope.
That's bad.
Cubone,
nope. That's also bad.
All right,
okay, so the starters are completely irrelevant.
Oh, man. I think for me personally, I'd probably take the Cubone just because I like Cubone as a Pokemon.
I think I'd be tempted to take the Cubone as well, but specifically because I want to give my
the Nadu.
Yeah, I want to give the rival the Nadu, because Nadu has a lot of weaknesses, and it seems like even Xatu feels like a pretty easy Pokemon to take down.
Now, while both of us said we would go the Cubone, Woongi actually took the Nadu, Xan took the Sandshrew. So we already have two different rival fights we're gonna have, and an early Thunder Badge already.
Yeah, that's a Thunder Badge for Woongi.
Yep.
Something I'm sure we'll see Xan pick up here as well pretty soon. And, oh, he's doing a save here. I wonder if this is a save reset.
It probably is if that was nothing. That way you could do less overworld movement. However, I don't know. It's not enough to make it worth, in my opinion, but, different strats.
It might not be so much about the, just the overworld movement, as it is about the potential encounters.
True. That's another big part, especially on 29, where not only do you have to deal with movement, but no repels, no Pokeballs even, usually.
Oh, it looks like Woongi found something in the grass on Route 29 that he likes.
I think
Typhlosion could be it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Typhlosion, personally. Just, the cry's not great, which, that's only so much of a relevant point. But, Drill Peck Typhlosion could maybe change my mind.
Yeah, and I think Xan saw that Typhlosion too, but it looks like they're going for more of a Route 30.
Yeah, to be fair, this Typhlosion is good. It's not mind-bogglingly good. I personally don't think that if I were in Woongi's position, I would have gone back for the Typhlosion, but I see why he did.
If you find nothing better, there you go. If you find something better, Typhlosion can be an HM friend.
True.
I found it interesting. Both of them picked up the berry. Also, was it the Sandshrew or the Hitmonlee? I just saw Ice Beam on Xan's end.
I didn't see it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I just saw Ice Beam. I was like, oh, that's interesting, because Ice Beam's a good Pokemon, a good move. But we also have Articuno appearing. That could be a main. That would be really nice if it had Ice Beam. But Hypnosis looks like we're just running.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Xan catching a Piloswine. I don't know if I would main a Piloswine personally, but...
I think its physical attack isn't bad. Oh,
there you go.
We found a
there
Slashing
you
Spoons.
go. Oh, I love
So a couple
Alakazam.
things going on here that people not in the community might not be necessarily aware of. First thing is that Woongi saved before the kind of fork in the road that is on Route 30, so that if Mr. Pokemon's house doesn't give him anything, he can reset. But is that an Ice Beam on Alakazam?
Oh boy, I was just talking about how much I love Ice Beam as a move. And man, having the Alakazam with Ice Beam, you don't get much better than that. Alakazam is such a good main. Honestly, for me, I'd put it in my top 5 best mains.
Yeah, it's definitely in there. It's definitely top tier, no matter what you want to say. Just Ice Beam, the chat is pointing out, Ice Beam alone is still a little sketchy. But, to be fair, just Ice Beam alone makes this Alakazam the best main that we've seen so far.
Yeah. And at this point, and I know this is a big if we have an early Surf, that'll help the rest. Or
Wait,
any
Psychic
TM as well.
Does this Typhlosion also have Megahorn?
Let's look. I haven't gotten a good look at the
I thought I saw
moveset
something.
I did not get a good look at the moveset.
If so, the Typhlosion might be better.
Barrier, Perish Song, Vice Grip. Perish Song. Ooh.
The Song of the People.
We could see Perish Song strats come up. This Hitmonlee over here that Xan's using, I don't know if he's planning on maining it or not, but it's got Bite and it also has Tri Attack, which is one of my favorite moves. I love Tri Attack. It's not as good as Strength, admittedly, but it's a pretty good normal.
No, I don't think that's Megahorn. I think that might be Mind Reader. Anyway, so there is kind of an argument, I think, as to whether the Typhlosion... Excuse me, the Typhlosion or... No, that's Megahorn. That's 100% Megahorn. Okay, Typhlosion's probably better. I do think it's arguable whether the Typhlosion is better than the Alakazam right now. But I will say, one thing, and I don't know if this is just a difference in playstyle or a difference in the way that it's going... Woongi, from everything that I can tell, is prioritizing finding a main a lot more than Xan is. Which,
yeah,
if Xan ends up having the main switch, doing like an early Kanto kind of thing, or just finds something insane later on, or finds any way to make a massive level jump, this time that Woongi's spending finding this Typhlosion, catching the Alakazam, it might end up being wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Silverwing.
Silverwing. That's interesting.
Not
Probably
exactly relevant.
Not going to be helpful, but you never know.
Both just something to keep in the back of your mind, that both of these runners do have a Silverwing. So once we get Whirlpool, we can main switch to a level 60 if we want.
Yeah.
I'm interested if Xan catches this Mach. Okay, he's not.
At this point, I think we have to treat this as though it's Xan's potential main for the time period. Hitmonlee. You know, I would probably do a Typhlosion or an Alakazam over Hitmonlee. But I also prefer special.
No doubt. Woongi has multiple Pokemon in his party right now that are way more mainable than Xan's main.
Yeah, so... But it also depends on the moveset on this Hitmonlee. I haven't gotten a good look at it. But, you know, I think it had Bite and it had Tri Attack, which, you know, those are a variety of physical moves that are actually... Well, actually, Bite is special, my bad. No, yeah, Bite's special. Bite is special.
Yeah, Bite's special, it's Dark type.
Yeah, I'm blanking. But, Tri Attack's physical, and if it's got other physical moves, then it can work. But I think Xan's really going to be hoping for a main swap soon. Either an
Yeah,
early
I mean,
Squirt Bottle or an early Cantab.
Yeah, I kind of think that Xan's strategy is almost reliant upon main swapping here at this point. Unless, like, he really thinks this Hitmonlee has what it takes. But the other thing that we should be talking about right now is the split that our runners have done. And it looks like it's not paying off for Xan. So Xan doing a little bit of an early loop down into the Ruins of Alph to check the escape rope room before going to the Sprout Tower. Now, Woongi is going to do those checks later. I think it's kind of debatable which one of those routings is more efficient. But definitely, you know, if Xan had gotten something that's really useful to him down there, it would have given him a bit of an advantage because he's doing Violet with whatever that useful thing would have potentially been.
I think if you compare the two directly ignoring possible items, they end up being roughly the same amount of time, give or take maybe a second or two. And for me personally, I would always do Ruins of Elf first on the off chance that it's Squirt Bottle. Because even if you get Squirt Bottle and you decide to still do Violet stuff, you can main swap to that level 20 and have a much faster Sprout Tower, probably.
I mean,
because odds are you're not going to one-shot everything. Not right now.
Sludge, Submission, Bite.
Not detect.
Choosing not to detect.
Good call. Detect, not really going to be helpful at all. It's just going to delay inevitable.
Oh, the Typhlosion also has Tri-Attack.
Oh, the Typhlosion has Tri-Attack? Oh, maybe they had a Tri-Attack TM.
Oh, no!
Also, yeah, the Typhlosion going down. Luckily, Woongi has a revive, so...
Yeah, it's just resources being used, and that's an important thing to note. But this thing's also scary, so I'm interested to see if Xan will have trouble with it when he gets there. I don't think he will, but I don't know if you saw what was going on. That is a Kangaskhan with Swords Dance and Double Edge.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I mean, Swords Dance just right off the bat will make it more powerful, and then a Stab Double Edge. That, and on Kangaskhan. Like,
yeah.
That could be a little rough.
Go for a safety save here. Without that kind of safety net of the revive, definitely a slow play, but probably a good one at this point.
Yeah. Now, Xan saved before the Kangaskhan, so if it gives him trouble, at least he saved. But let's see. Alright, we got a nice crit and a flinch. We poisoned it. This might be a joke. Wow, not a single issue.
Gonna be okay. I do also think that Woongi, in order to struggle with that Kangaskhan, had to miss Megahorn like 2 or 3 times in a row, so yeah.
Okay. I think the flinch on Bite helped a lot for Xan as well, so... Honestly, we might be sleeping on this hit a little bit.
Never punished, there is an escape rope at the top of Sprout Tower.
Just in case you didn't buy one, but, you know.
That's vanilla, isn't it?
Yeah, that is vanilla.
Oh.
That's what it is in the normal game. You would get that escape. You would watch your rival escape rope out and be like, oh, I want to do that instead of walking back. Well, how convenient. There's an escape rope right here. So give me Flash and I'm going to get out.
Time to see if Elder League gives either of these runners trouble. I don't imagine they will. Neither of these mains are personally what I would consider to be like godlike top tier mains, but both of them are good, especially for this point in the game.
Yeah, I'm still trying to debate on if I was in Woongi's position, if I would have chosen the Typhlosion over the Alakazam. I think I'd have to relook at the movesets to figure it out. But Elder League,
in their current position, Typhlosion is better. But I do agree with you that I think that the Alakazam has a higher ceiling.
Yeah. So Elder Lee having a coin case, you know, they can gamble. I guess if they wanted to, they could buy a Pokemon.
Yeah, we could always go for a coin case main swap.
Probably. What level do those Pokemon come in at? Like
I don't know.
12?
I think it's like 10.
Yeah, it's not. It's not high. If you wanted to do a strat like that, what you would have to do is skip all of Azalea and go straight to Goldenrod, like right now.
Why would you not skip Azalea? Bugsy is the biggest scam known to man.
Oh, you're one of those people? Oh, boy.
Next to Morty, of course.
Alright, Morty, I agree with you. Morty is a big scam. Bugsy's not, though. Bugsy's slow, and there are times that it is worth skipping Azalea. There are times that it is definitely worth skipping Azalea. But in general, I would be on the side of do Azalea while you're there. Because Fly, you want Fly.
Quick question.
Yep.
So I just saw that the second trainer in Faulkner's gym has a Gengar. Can the Hitmonlee hit that?
Hitmonlee has Bite, so yes.
Oh, yeah, then he's fine.
In fact, isn't Bite super effective on Gengar?
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, Hitmonlee will have no issue on the Gengar.
Yeah, I forgot about Bite.
All good. Now, I noticed the Typhlosion learned, what was it, Slam? No, a Stomp. So we got Stomp, Drill Peck, Tri-Attack. Yeah, we're running a physical Typhlosion, which I don't know Typhlosion stats. Oh, also the Gengar used Explosion.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just reading what Garfield said. Apparently the Gengar used Explosion, so...
Ah.
So even if... But yeah, I'm not sure the stats of Typhlosion. I don't know if it's more physical or special. I think it's more physical, right?
Typhlosion has the same stats as Charizard, so it is slightly more special.
Alright. And off of Faulkner giving a badge, not Zephyr, Earth. So there we go. Nice.
Zephyr being or Earth badge being a Kanto badge, which of course is a required piece of garbage.
Yep, basically, along with the Thunder badge we got earlier. We have 2 Kanto badges and 0 Johto. That's atypical, I would say. Normally you see the Johto badges coming up more because of their necessity for the HMs. But, you know, sometimes it just says, here are Kanto badges. Go. Of course, the exception for the Johto badges being the Mineral badge, which is as useless as the Kanto ones. Woongi looks like gonna do the Escape Rope Ruins of Elf now. Gonna find out that is nothing.
I will also say, I mean, I kind of want to see, like, how the rest of this timing works out. But just off base instinct here, Woongi got a bit of an advantage coming out of Violet. And I really do think that that's because he decided to go back for the Typhlosion. So again, I mean, I stand by my statement that I would not have done it, but it's working out tremendously for him.
Yeah, he entered Violet second, but he is getting onto Route 32 about half a minute or so before Xan, maybe even more.
Yeah, and you know, like, that's not a massive lead, but this early in the game, that's a decent lead.
I've seen bigger leads, and I've definitely been losing by more, so... But it is something worth noting that, at the moment, Woongi is in the lead. I'm gonna go ahead and actually switch the audio over. Let's go ahead and listen to that Union Cave music. Did it switch?
I think it takes a while.
Oh, maybe.
Alright, let's see if there's anything interesting in Union Cave.
You know, Elixir. Oh, no! Oh, I hate it when that happens. So
that's a bit of a fetch quest.
Yeah, do you go back for it? Oh,
probably not yet. Fog badge. That's a big deal.
Alright.
So Fog badge, of course, is the badge that allows you to use Surf outside of battle. So I said that having Fog badge is a big deal, but in all honesty, it's half of a really, really big deal. So
still, I would say seeing Fog Badge there, that's a decent indication that Surf may be sooner rather than... Not by far,
Potentially.
not a
I mean,
guarantee, but...
Potentially, but also the other thing is that, I mean, you know, depending on how much you want to read into things, you also have to think about the fact that we're already halfway to triggering the rocket sequence.
Yeah, we have 4. No, we have 3 badges, and we need 7. So yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, I know. I think it was the first match I commentated that had a silly early rocket tower that was needed.
So there's some interesting choices going on here on Woongi's side as far as moveset. I don't know if you've seen the TM list that he flashed a couple times. So a couple things happened. First off, we have a Flame Wheel TM.
Ooh.
That's really good, but Woongi did not decide to teach it, which I understand if he wants to hold off, because if you end up having the main swap to something in Kanto, having Flame Wheel for whatever you swap to in Kanto is probably a really good idea.
Yeah.
However, that would be really powerful on the Typhlosion, without a doubt. But what he decided to do instead was teach the Typhlosion a Karate Chop TM that he had laying around, which I'm not 100% sure I agree with. Like Karate Chop is not necessarily a very useful move, but this is exactly the reason you can see exactly what he's doing. This was the thought he had in mind when he taught that Karate Chop. He needs something for rocks and steels.
Yeah. And at this point, especially going back to what you said about the Flame Wheel TM, we're looking for one of 2 items, really. We're looking for either Squirt Bottle or Pass. And if it ends up being Pass, then that is almost certainly going to be a main swap.
Well, to be fair, at this point, we're looking for Squirt Bottle, Pass, or something to convince us to turn around and start heading back toward the red scale turn-in and stuff like that, which we don't want to see that one, but we might see it anyway.
I'll tell you one thing, if Surf starts popping up, that's gonna be another bigger reason to backtrack, because you got the Violet checks, you got the Cherry Grove check, and not only that, but with Surf, you can even go as far back as Tojo Falls.
Yeah, so big ticket items.
That was a hard call.
Yeah, so big ticket items that we're looking for to kind of like the next big progress items right now are Surf, and basically a way out of South Kanto. So Squirt Bottle or the Pass.
So, Xan caught an A-bomb. I don't know why, but okay, we have an A-bomb. Sure.
I'm confused by that. I mean, there is
maybe another HM poke?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was about to bring up. It is, like, by the end of the day, by the end of the run, you probably will want 2 Pokemon in your party that are just there to use HM moves. Like, that's... If you have 2, you're probably set as far as just having your HM friends. So he might have just been like, I'm already encountering this. I don't see a reason not to.
Yeah. The only thing that I would have to add is, I know for me personally, you know, your starter is almost certainly going to be one of your HM friends. The other one is usually going to be as a result of a main swap. So if they end up swapping Kanto, or if they end up going Kanto from Pass, and they get a main from there, then that Hitmonlee and Typhlosion suddenly go from your main to your secondary HM friend, or your fly user or something. So, we'll just have to see, but, you know, maybe Xan just really likes Apom, you know? I can tell you that if I saw one of my favorite pokes, and I was like, oh, I need an HM friend, ditto, you're coming along for the ride! So, why not? Could just be a morale booster. But Woongi still got a slight lead in Bugsy's gym. Not too much. It's definitely enough that Xan can make a comeback, so. But let's see if Bugsy is a scam like you're claiming. So far, Slowpoke, well, the one check there was useless. And we'll have to see about Bugsy. Well, thankfully, Woongi is not having issues, it looks like. Alright, let's do no, one more Pokemon, my bad. Level 16 on Bugsy. Oh, Sing. That's kind of annoying. I wouldn't have... Well, I guess you would full heal, probably, yeah. You gotta be careful, though, because you do not want to get Singed again. And fortunately, Goldeen did not use Sing. Woongi passed Bugsy. Let's see what we get. Wow! What?! Alright! Boy!
Someone forgot to use the randomizer.
You like that? We laughed about the vanilla escape rope. What about a vanilla hive badge? You know.
Still a scam.
I don't know. It's not a scam at that
Still
point.
Still a scam.
Cut could come up. Cut has a number of checks behind it. Not to mention...
See, now he's a scam because he gave you something. He didn't even have the audacity to give you something he isn't supposed to give you.
Well, even if Bugsy didn't give anything that you were happy with, you have to keep in mind that defeating Bugsy, or at least doing the Slowpoke well stuff, that gets you the Farfetch'd quest. That gets you the Charcoal check. So that's another 2 checks right there. Not to mention, if we end up having to search in the basement. Slowpoke well.
Look,
this rival fight, rough.
But Bugsy's still a scam.
I mean, call it what you will, I guess. You know, I can't convince everyone of everything. You can, what is it? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink?
By the way, this belief is 100% what's going to get me kicked out of the tournament, and I'm fine with that.
It's okay. I am firmly of the belief that me skipping something else is gonna do it. Probably Morty.
Always Morty. Morty's an even bigger scam.
Alright, so here's the argument that I use about why Morty is bad and Kimono Girls is good. Alright, you ready?
Alright, this is a spicy take.
Alright, no, it's really simple. Okay, you ready? Now, Kimono Girls is 5 trainers, right? And Morty is 4 trainers. So on paper, it sounds like Kimono Girls is worse, but they have 1 Pokemon each. That first trainer Morty has, 5 Pokemon. So the Kimono Girls is as long as the first trainer in Morty. Kimono Girls is way better than Morty.
Yeah, but both of them suck.
I mean, they both... You're right, but like, you know, I will do Kimono Girls my 2nd visit to Ekritique. I will do Morty my 4th. Like...
I also want to point out something, a TM that's very important that we have in our bag right now.
Yep.
And I saw Woongi get it. I haven't seen if Xan has it, but I mean, they're doing all the same checks. He's going to have it. And that one is self-destruct.
Oh, no!
Now, self-destruct is a very useful move, and not for the reason that you think. The biggest thing that it does for you in a run is it kills your main.
Yeah,
it kills them. 1 move, dead. That is great because if you... Oh, that's... Wait, that's Surf.
Yep, they were getting Surf while you were talking.
Okay. Wait a minute. Never mind what I was going to say. That's big time.
Yeah.
Woongi is starting his backtrack. I really wonder if Xan's going to follow suit.
I think that is an early backtrack. I would not have backtracked that early.
Yeah, there are so many checks in.
Golden.
Well, okay, no, now hold on, because here's a possibility that I think is actually really good. I would have deleted Karate Chop, not
Try attack. Are you serious? Yeah, that was no.
Yeah, because Karate Chop is for your rocks and steels.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I would not have gotten rid of Try Attack.
Yeah. I mean, Surf takes care of rocks and steels pretty good. But here's what I actually think Woongi's going to do. And I might be wrong. And if I am wrong, I disagree with what Woongi's doing right now.
Yeah.
But what if he's not actually starting a backtrack right now? He's just going to do these 2 Union Cave checks and then reset if they're bad. That makes sense. That's a good play.
Yeah, because after these 2 checks, the next backtrack check is all the way back in Violet.
Yeah.
And if you got Squirt Bottle, then you can just go Violet, and that's not out of your way at all. Whereas these 2 checks would be. The only thing is that these 2 checks, even if you delayed them a little bit, in theory, you could do them while doing Ruins of Elf, either the Waterstone Chamber or something else. I think Woongi might also be looking for a new main, now that I think about it.
Why? He's gonna kill a Blissey.
Well, yeah, that'll help out a lot. I'm just saying that might have been another one of his thoughts, was level 23. But now Typhlosion just gained 2 levels. Bubble Beam.
Bubble Beam.
We have Surf, we don't need Bubble Beam.
That would have been really good a second ago before we had HM3.
Alright. Energy Root. It didn't look like there was anything else in the forest. And... oh, wow!
Rewarded!
Cut. Wow, there you go.
That's actually big time. We have Cut. We have both parts of Cut. So not only... that increases the likelihood that we're going to have to backtrack by a substantial amount.
If I was Woongi, that would have been enough to say, alright, we're backtracking now.
I don't actually know. So...
or at least
I'm trying to think even, because here's the thing that kind of perturbs me. I wonder if he still should have reset.
No.
And the reason why is, what cut checks are you going to do in Goldenrod?
Well, the question is what if you get Squirt Bottle? What if you get Pass? If you get Pass, there's a lot of cut checks in Kanto.
At that point, you would know what where cut was. You could always go get it, but you could potentially put it off and wait for later. I don't know.
No, I think getting cut was keeping cut was the right play.
The more I think about it, the fact that I think that there is even a debate there, I don't know how much I like Woongi's play to go back and do those 2 checks. It obviously worked. Like, I don't know how much I like them objectively, but they worked. So subjectively, you kind of have to say, well, I mean, it worked.
Talking about TMs, I just noticed the TM Xan has Shadow Ball.
That's good to keep in the back of your mind, but honestly, it's not great. One of the big things to remember is that Ghost is physical in this gen.
Right,
so
he's running his physical. Right, he's running physical. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to look at his moveset to say what move I would probably teach it over, but that is definitely something I would consider learning.
Also, going back, and I'm very upset that this has not happened yet. We have self-destruct. Self-destruct is what some people call a premium teleport. So, at the simple because, yes, it kills your main, which gives you the simple option of choosing to white out. And choosing to white out is basically just like Fly, except it costs half of the money in your pocket right now.
I guess. But, yeah, that's the big thing, is money. Money, especially early on, is vital. Also, I don't know if you saw that, but Bike Shop gave Rock Smash. So we have an early Rock Smash.
That adds another thing into... That adds another thing to do if we want to backtrack through Southern Johto.
Although, honestly, that stuff would be logic behind Flash.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Oh
no!
boy.
Menuing, it's ruined!
You know, I don't know why everyone complains about menuing being ruined. Like, it doesn't really affect my menuing much at all.
It's just muscle memory, depending on, like, how much you've done this, you know? Like,
I guess.
and also, like, especially if you get it late in the run, right?
Mhm.
Like, if you're sitting here playing Pokemon for 2 hours, you kind of know inherently where your next input's going. You don't look at the screen. And that Pokédex changes it just a slight amount for the next hour.
That might be something where, for me, where what I'm more used to doing is maximum full item rando bingo,
Yeah.
where Pokedex is actually very helpful with bingo stuff. So I'm used to having ducks in my inventory. So maybe that's part of it. But let's go ahead. Woongi now doing the radio tower stuff. Still no sign of the past squirt bottle. I think we're doing a backtrack.
Did he save in the middle of Goldenrod?
Woongi, I do not believe so.
We were gonna see. We could have potentially. Oh, there's the pass.
Not
we could have
backtracking.
potentially seen Woongi reset away the Pokedex, which would have been funny.
Alright, I guess we're not backtracking. At least not yet.
That's the question, though. Are we? Because, like, okay, so here's the thing, right? So, the first thing we want to do, you have the pass.
Yep.
Number one priority right now, these mains are garbage.
Yeah,
these mains are garbage. We have access to level 38s.
Yeah.
So
38?
we're gonna do that.
Oh, because of surfing, yeah.
Yes, we have surf. We're going to Vermilion.
Yep.
So we're going to try and probably catch a main in Vermilion Harbor. That can be level 38, like I said. And if it's high quality, I mean, that's what you're maining for the rest of the run. Like, 100%. If you find something good, you're maining it for the rest of the run. So, all of a sudden, the quality of our TMs start to become really important. We already have Surf. We have a Surf HM. We have a Flame Wheel TM. Do we have any other important special TMs? Because that's, like, Water plus Fire, that's really close to really good coverage.
Special, I don't believe we have other ones.
Okay. Woongi just found his pass.
Yeah, both these runners pretty dead even for the most part. It keeps trading back and forth. SS ticket. Uh-oh.
Okay, so that literally... So there's a good and a bad thing here. The good thing is that we now have access to Northern Johto. So if we don't find something in Vermilion Harbor, we could potentially stick with the mains we have. If we want. We don't have to, but we could. The bad thing is that we now have no idea where Squirt Bottle is. And there's an important question to be answered here. And that is basically, how much do you value Fly? Because if you choose to use the SS ticket and go to Northern Johto, there's a lot of checks there. But also, we know because of the logic that the community uses to set up these ROMs, Fly is not in Northern Johto right now. Until we know where the Squirt Bottle is, Fly is not allowed to be in Northern Johto.
Right, and if the Squirt Bottle ends up being itself in Northern Johto, then Fly and the Storm Badge are not up there. Which is why I personally would be staying in Kanto. Xan's not getting a main in Vermilion Harbor. Is he going Cycling Road?
I don't know. So here's the other thing in play right now, right? So, and here's the play that I want to talk about. He might be going to Cycling Road to get a main. Oh, okay. So Xan's grabbing leftovers right now. That trash can is not randomized. It always contains leftovers. Leftovers is probably one of the best held items you can have. I think that Xan's going to go for a Cycling Road main here, which is perfectly viable. It's just that, and this is, I think, a little bit of a difference between the respective communities that these players come from. Woongi, in a style that is very typical of the kind of more English-speaking community, is going for a Vermilion port main. We want as high a level as possible. But Xan does have access to more slots. Like this surfing encounters, there's 3 slots. There are 3 potential Pokemon that you can go for. You can potentially go into the actual harbor and get 3 more, but Xan has a choice of 8 Pokemon right now. Not 8, 7 Pokemon in this grass right now. It looks like he caught a Mantine?
Oh boy.
Wait a minute. Are we running a Sky Pancake?
I hope not. For the sake of the race earlier today, someone ran a Mantine for the beginning part, and it was no bueno.
I will say, for Woongi's side... Oh, that's a Dragonite!
35 Dragonite? Oh, there you go. Done. Especially if you still got Flame Wheel and Surf, there you go.
Well, Dragonite's more of a physical mon.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. No, Dragonite's 100% physical.
Oh, I did not realize that. That's one of those things where it's like, I don't know stats, so...
But Shadow Ball gets there. None of that moveset's garbage.
Yeah.
You can add Shadow Ball. You can add... I don't know what other stuff we have, honestly.
We have Rock Slide.
Okay.
There you go. Try Attack.
Do we have Try Attack?
Yeah. Right there.
Oh, yeah, then we're fine.
Even still, though, I know me
Woongi,
personally,
you're gonna teach it, right?
I probably would have looked 1 or 2 more times to see if there was a difference. But yeah, looks like we're going Mantine and Dragonite.
I understand the thought process of wanting something more. Here's the thing that really confuses me about Xan's play, and I'm not sure if you agree with my thought process here. But my thought process for why Xan would go to Cycling Road instead of the harbor is simply because of the number of selections, right? The number of slots.
And he took the first thing that he found.
But he just took the first thing he found, yeah.
And, you know, it's one thing if it was, like, a really good main like Dragonite, but Mantine? There's probably better in Cycling.
I mean, Mantine's very specially defensive. And it's decently defensive in general. Like, you're probably going to have a hard time finding something that can kill this Mantine. And especially if you're going and not going to be, like, stretching its limits. Like, if you're, like, I think this Mantine's probably going to struggle to beat Janine. This Mantine's probably going to struggle to beat Surge. But, I mean, this Mantine's going to freaking roll Whitney. This Mantine's going to roll all of Northern Johto.
Mm-hmm. And like Dimnik said, he might not know about Vermilion having higher levels. I mean, I didn't know about Vermilion Harbor having higher levels until, like, last week. So, you know,
or he might have just not thought about it, which is another thing.
Right, so... But either way, that Mantine, I still would not have... Maybe if there was nothing better, I would have ran it. There are definitely worse things to run. But there's better, and I'm sure there's something better in Cycling.
I mean, there's even an argument, even if you weren't thinking of the levels in Harbor, I think I would have kept looking on Cycling Road for something better than this.
Yeah, I would have as well.
I mean, Stab Surf is a heck of a drug, sorry. I always say that, but, yeah.
Woongi chucked Whitney, then soft reset back to... the outside of Whitney? Okay.
Saving time walking out of the gym, and the experience is no longer relevant for him.
Yeah, you know, it's alright. I probably would have kept the experience, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, on level 30, level 35, that experience isn't super relevant. So I understand why he did it. I don't know that I would have done the same, but I understand why he did it.
We might have just forgotten to mark this. Did Xan get cut?
No, he did not. He has not backtracked to Union Cave yet.
Right, that was the Union backtrack. Right. Okay. So Xan does not have it. Okay, worth keeping in mind. So we're checking out National Park in the 35 item.
Yeah.
Probably.
Here's the thing right now, though, right? So first off, both of the runners grabbed a main from Kanto and then just left and came back to Johto.
Yeah,
which is understandable. I think that I understand 100% why Woongi did this. I'm not sure if I agree that Xan should have done this. Because there's a lot of really easy, really free checks to do in Kanto, especially if you just have Surf. Yeah. But Woongi has cut, meaning that Woongi can basically like wipe all of South Johto. Like, I'm trying to think if there's almost any checks in Southern Johto that he can't do right now. And all of them are just like fetch quests and Rising Badge stuff.
And also the Zephyr Badge, but yeah.
Yeah. But, like, this is about to be one of the most efficient backtracks through Southern Johto Woongi's probably ever done in his life.
The only unfortunate part, or fortunate part, is the question of, well, Woongi's saving here, but saving's not gonna help too much, because even if you do all that backtracking, you're gonna want to keep the fact that you dropped off Kenya. Because
so here's the thing. This is where... Oh, wait! Are we doing Soft Sand?
Yeah, we're doing Soft Sand.
Alright, but here's the thing, right? If you're Woongi, here is the correct play right now.
Yep.
And you might hate me for saying this, but it is 100% correct. We go to the PC in Goldenrod, we deposit the Typhlosion, we teach Dragonite self-destruct, we do our entire backtrack, and then we wipe back to Goldenrod.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's the play. I think you're right. Xan's going back to Kanto.
Okay.
Alright.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, he just wanted to do a couple chucks back in Johto, clean up Whitney, clean up National Park. That's fine. Yeah. I like it.
No, that makes a lot of sense. The fact that he doesn't have cut, I think, is the deciding factor between making Woongi's play optimal for him right now and making Xan's play optimal for him right now.
I would agree, yeah. Alright, let's see what Xan's up to. Or is Xan going for what I think he's going?
He's going Northern Johto.
We're going Northern Johto for going Fly. Not the play I would make, but okay.
Alright, so here's the thing. So here is now the correct play for Xan. So we're gonna go to Olivine, right? We're gonna go to Olivine.
Can I just take a wild guess here? I think I'm just gonna take a wild guess here. Okay, you ready?
All right. So step 2, right, I will give you the hint. Is teach Mantine self-destruct.
All right. So we're gonna teach Mantine self-destruct. All right. So hear me out. So this is your plan. We're gonna go to Olivine, right? We're gonna teach Mantine self-destruct. We're gonna do Lighthouse. We're gonna do the pharmacy check. Boom, blow up if needed. Gonna go to Equity. Then do all of Rocket Hideout. Once you're done with Rocket Hideout, boom, explode.
Exactly. Now, I wasn't going to go so far as to say to do the pharmacy check, but that is a good idea.
Might as well at that point. It gets you the fly access, and, you know, that pharmacy check scares me. He's going for a Death Warp strat here.
Yeah, I personally prefer not to touch Cyanwood if I don't have to until I have Strength or Fly. But that's just me.
No, don't. Okay. I see what he's doing.
All right, we're depositing the Typhlosion. This is what I said he should do.
It's just that he deposited.
Oh wait, no, he withdrew it.
Well, he's gonna teach the Typhlosion self-destruct so he doesn't ruin his main moves. There you go. That's smart. There you go. We're going self-destructing, boys!
Self-destruct! This is even better than what I was going to do!
Yeah, because now you're not even ruining your main. Typhlosion's good enough that if you hit an optional in Southern Johto, it'll still be able to take care of it. And that's why he did Soft Sand Girls first. That way he didn't have to deal with Soft Sand Girls with Typhlosion. Dude! Woongi is making some big brain plays, and I'm loving it. Man.
Plus, he doesn't have to worry about anything. He could teach this Typhlosion cut and surf if he wanted to.
Just because. Cut, surf, fly. You know, whatever.
Gosh.
This is awesome. You know what's really going to be a shame, though, is after us celebrating this so much, none of the backtrack things are helpful.
I mean, the fact that you're doing it is helpful, even if you don't get anything out of it. Because Xan's going to have to do this as well. And the fact that Woongi has cut and is using this self-destruct strat means that he's getting these checks done very efficiently.
Yeah.
You know, like, if Xan doesn't come back here until he already has fly, potentially Woongi's going to be less check efficient than that. But we are I always say, like, at one of the biggest things in this is just maximizing your checks per second. Yep. And the checks per second here for Woongi are pretty good.
Yeah, no. Even if it ends up being nothing, this is a great play. Like, oh man, yeah. Wow, there you go, fly. I mean, it still needs Storm Badge, but like, wow.
Yeah, and I mean, that's something that Xan might not have for a while. He's committing to a different line of play. It's not at all a wrong play. He's foregoing right now. Right now, what Xan is doing is he is sacrificing how early in the game he gets fly to maximize his checks per second. Like, that's kind of what's going on right now. However, let's note, Xan just got Rainbow Wing.
Yeah. Interesting check to get. Especially if you get Clear Bell very soon.
Yeah, so that again is kind of like, it's half of something important.
A lot of these items end up coming in pairs, whether it's an HM with the badge, Rainbow Wing with the Clear Bell. You can even argue Card Key, Basement Key are kind of like a pair. Radio Card, Expansion Card, Pokegear, that's a triplet.
Yeah.
Now, I hate to break it to you, but if Woongi finds Storm Badge here... Oh no! Does Woongi not... Wait, no, they picked up a Rock Smash.
No, he does have it. He might not... He might be trying to... He might not want to go out of logic, which is, like, a reasonable thing.
But if you weren't going to go out of logic, then you weren't going to enter the cave to begin with, because they don't have Flash.
True. I don't know. He might not realize that he doesn't have it.
Might not realize that he does have it, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe he couldn't... Is he out of move slots on Typhlosion? Maybe that's the thing? Because Typhlosion is the only Pokemon in his party right now.
I doubt it, because if Typhlosion has Self-Destruct, and it has Surf and Cut, I really doubt he taught Fly immediately.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless he did. Did he teach Fly the second he got it? Like, I would have waited until we saw Storm Badge, but... Yeah, no, Typhlosion has Drill Peck. It just used Drill Peck. Get rid of Drill Peck for Rock Smash.
He might not want to teach over Drill Peck to make sure that this Typhlosion can continue to take out things in Southern Johto while he needs it.
There's nothing else to take out, mate.
I mean, yeah, even at that point, Surf is going to do the job.
Yeah, like... I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about that.
I would have Rock Smashed it. My guess is that he forgot that he had a TM for Rock Smash, or he already taught it to someone else.
That could be it as well. Either way, this is still a really good check, and not to mention that, like, I mean, here's the thing, right? It sucks that we're not getting those checks right now, but those checks are not only out of logic, they are very out of logic. In order for those two... First off, it's only 3 checks in Dark Cave there. And in order for those checks to be put into logic, we need the Squirt Bottle, we need Zephyr Badge, and we need HM5.
And we have none of them.
And none of those are necessarily guaranteed to be coming soon.
But we are going to need all 3 in order to finish, so there is that at least. Alright, you ready to see an exploding Typhlosion? Oh, never mind! Wow, okay. Goodbye, self-destruct strats. No longer needed. Xan's in trouble.
I don't know that I'd say that yet. For sure, Woongi has made a couple of critical decisions that I don't know if I would have done them, but without a doubt, they were intelligent. Like, they were well thought out decisions, and he executed them very well. And he's being very rewarded for it.
Oh, yeah. I think it was very much like a kind of high risk, high reward.
Yeah, I mean, like, I do not want it to be understated that the big difference in this, all of this entire thing with Woongi doing that backtrack and therefore getting fly early, all of it really does come back to that he backtracked into Union Cave surf checks. Like, and like I said, I questioned whether that was how optimal that was, but it worked. It was potentially the most convenient time to grab those checks, and like it was a major deciding factor in whether or not this advantage was created.
Yeah. So now let's see what Woongi is up to next. Are we staying Kanto, or are we now going Upper Johto? At this point, I think what I would do is get the fast Kanto checks out of the way, but leave the gyms behind, and then get to Upper Johto. Don't worry about Janine, don't worry about Surge. Deal with them later. But you got easy checks like the 3 on Route 13.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Because the nice thing about Kanto is unlike Johto has more checks in general. But a lot of the Johto checks require fighting. Kanto has less checks, but like 70% of the Kanto checks can be done with minimal fighting whatsoever.
Well, not to mention,
silly.
The thing that's honestly even a bigger deal in my mind is the fact that what we can do right now is we can go to Mahogany, we can do the Rocket Base, and we can give this Dragonite the levels it needs to do Kanto comfortably.
Exactly. That's the other thing, is just the extra EXP. But it looks like we're going Upper Johto now, which
is fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like maybe 4 or 5 checks I think I personally would have done before getting on the boat. But like I said, it's only like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's not that many. Plus,
not to mention that legitimately, Mount Mortar is such a big deal in these races. And the fact that it is logical to go to Mount Mortar right now means that it is never a bad idea to start making your way to Mount Mortar.
Mm-hmm. Well, that being said, before Mortar, I would definitely do Lighthouse. Lighthouse is quick. It's a lot quicker than people give it credit for. And it's got a decent amount of chucks. It's a good play, especially when you're coming into Upper Johto by SS. But Xan over here made it to Ekritique, doing Kimono Girls. Let's see it pay off. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. You ready? Kimono Girls, Clear Bell. Gonna get Clear Bell, and that's gonna make us do Morty into Tin Tao. But we'll just have to wait and see. So, Xan, should be easy. We're gonna have some easier battles now. Both of them, the Mantine, you like to say that it's not the greatest main. When you're in Upper Johto with anything that level, it's gonna be fine. You're not... Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I actually just called Clear Bell? What? Wait, did that actually just happen?
Oh! Rob, Morty's required! I hate it!
Dude, I can't believe out of the hundreds of checks that... There's so many checks that Clear Bell could have done! And Alright, I am a psychic, required. I am a prophet! Yeah, unfortunately, Morty technically Morty's not required. You could do Rocket Tower, but you don't have the badges for it yet.
Does Woongi have the Rainbow Wing?
Does Woongi have Rainbow Wing? Rainbow Wing was in Lighthouse.
Okay.
So I think Woongi's
No,
going to get it. What is Clearbell? So if you don't know what Clearbell is, so if you have the Rainbow Wing and the Clearbell, then what that does is that lets you enter Tin Tower. And there's a couple of really good things about Tin Tower. The first is you can main swap if you want to. Which if I'm Xan, I'm main swapping probably. Because you have a level 4, 2 different level 40s. One that's going to be a static Suicune, one that's the static Ho-Oh. We don't know what they actually are going to be, but, you know, 2 different main potentials. On top of that, it's a bunch of chucks. But before we can do Tin Tower, in addition to needing those 2 items, you have to have either beaten Morty or the Rocket Radio Tower. They have no access to the Rocket Radio Tower. Their only option is Morty. And with Tin Tower, that is the play when you're in Equity. So, Xan going straight for it, it makes sense. It stinks because I hate Morty, but yeah. And I really think Xan needs to really consider main swap.
But the thing about that main swap, right? It's one of the biggest things is investment of resources into a particular main. There's the experience that he already put on this Mantine, which, you know, that's kind of whatever. But the bigger thing, he taught this Mantine Flame Wheel. That's a really nice TM.
It is a nice TM, but if you can get a main that's got a decent moveset already, I would still do it. And unfortunately, we didn't swap the audio over, so we didn't get to hear the...
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Guy. So we're just gonna have to go in completely blind to the Suicune, unless Woongi gets to the basement before Xan gets there, which might honestly happen because of how long Morty's gym takes.
Not to mention how long Mantine's Cry is.
Yeah, if I had to name my least favorite chucks in the game, it is honestly like Nugget Hedge, Morty
and
Route 4. That's about it. For me personally, I also don't like Eric, but that's more of a me thing. And I will do Eric. So. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Woongi got rid. Just missed that. I'm gonna mark that off for now, but if we end up realizing that he somehow did not get Rainbow Wing, we will definitely correct. But I'm fairly certain it was either in the Lighthouse or one of the 2 Wallabine chucks, so...
we also have a... It appears, I'm not sure if Xan has it, but Woongi has a Fireblast Tm. So that Flame Wheel TM is a little bit devalued because of the Fireblast TM.
Oh, Chad saying Rainbow Wing was on the Good Rod guy's house. Did he just skip that? Or did he do it earlier? I really hope he did it earlier.
I think he did it earlier.
If he... Okay. Chad is saying that he did it before Lighthouse. Okay, good. Because if you miss that... Now, for Woongi with the Dragonite, I would almost certainly keep the... Short of Mewtwo with Stab Psychic showing up. Which, you know, could happen. But I would probably keep the Dragon. Dragonite's a good move.
At this point, like, there's not many TMs that Woongi really wants at this point. Like, between... If he had... I assume he taught...
Uh-oh. Woongi's skipping Kimono Girls.
I mean, he's skipping all of Ekritique. which is the
we checked
correct
the
play
item finder house.
because we hate Morty.
I get that we hate Morty, but as I explained earlier, we don't necessarily hate kimono girls.
Yeah, Trickums is finishing the point in chat that I was about to make. That this Dragonite, between Shadow Ball and Tri Attack, the only moves that you would even want to teach this Dragonite are Drill Peck, maybe Earthquake, maybe Aeroblast, but that's about it.
Even Aeroblast, I would be hesitant on just because of the low.
Yeah, I mean, just having like a nuke of a stab Aeroblast, I think would be worth it, but that's debatable.
I mean, it depends on the other moves. Alright, we got Machine Part. You know, adds a couple more Kanto chucks. So I guess when Woongi returns to Kanto, there you go. That's the other thing, is Woongi skipping out on those Kanto chucks we talked about earlier now can probably do more because of having Machine Part, so.
Yeah. That's kind of one of the bigger things that you're seeing, like, I think Woongi's plays right now in particular are really bringing this point to the forefront of deciding when your routing is most efficient and when you should go do a check because of when it's most efficient for you to do so, right? Like, the entirety of the Southern Johto loop that he just finished in one go. Granted, we were really rewarded for that, but even if you weren't, it was still a really good move. Like, doing Kanto with Machine Part, doing this entire Northern Johto loop with the fact that he already has Cut is going to be a big deal. There's 3 or 4 checks in the Lake of Rage that Xan just doesn't have access to yet because he doesn't have Cut.
Not to mention, Woongi can just fly back to Critique whenever.
Yeah. Well, like, that's not relevant because Xan can just self-destruct back.
You think he's going to?
Why not?
Because he has multiple Pokemon in his party at the moment.
I still think at this point that once you're done with
unless you're saying self-destruct back to Ecruteak.
I mean, self-destruct back to Ecruteak, self-destruct back to Olivine, it really doesn't matter. One of the two. But, like, that's what's happening. I think that's happening as soon as we're done with Mahogany.
I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt it. But that's just my hunch. Woongi finding Squirt Bottle, kind of irrelevant at this point, other than the 1 check it gives.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he can fly is what makes it irrelevant.
Yeah. Whereas for Xan, getting that Squirt Bottles... Well, Xan can't even get it because that was cut locked.
Yeah.
Oh no, Xan! Alright, let's see the shiny.
And you can see, just FYI, just like, this is the kind of efficiencies that you'll see a lot of our players employ over the course of the tournament, which is like these small things like, for instance, oh, that's okay. But Woongi choosing to fly from the Lake of Rage to the Lake of Rage, going up that left side of the Lake of Rage, and then flying back to the right side. Just minor efficiencies and things that, like, you start to pick up to save yourself a couple seconds over the course of, you know, doing these runs.
Alright, let's see what the Suicune is. For Xan's sake, because I really just don't want him to be running the Mantine. As much of him as I like Mantine as a... I'm hoping for something good here. Kingdra, Mewtwo, you know, something.
Yeah, and Woongi's stream is probably going to be a little bit less interesting for a couple seconds. He's just going to plow through a bunch of rockets.
So, would you main a Slowking?
Over a Mantine?
Over a Mantine? Probably.
No,
depends
I
on
don't
the
think
moveset.
so.
Let's see what it is. Sweet Scent, Double Edge. Ooh. Alright.
No, you don't want Double Edge on your Slowking.
No. I mean, it's better than Sweet Scent. Looks like we're just killing it, though. What about the Ho-Oh? Maybe the Ho-Oh is better. But yeah, we got both of them in different dense item locations, so this will be interesting.
Well, the difference being that Xan's going to be doing a bunch of dense checks here for a second that don't require any fights. Woongi's in the middle of a bit of a slog.
Yeah. And the other difference is that Xan's going to easily do Rocket Hideout next. Woongi, it might be a while before Woongi does Tin Tower because it's behind Kimono Girls. So if Xan ends up finding something big here and Woongi doesn't find it because he puts off Kimono Girls, that could be a game changer.
I mean, it could, but you have to think about the fact that, like, yes, like, Xan has that lead over Woongi, but right now, like, if I had to make a judgment call on which of these runners is in the lead, it's Woongi without a question.
Oh yeah, like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Xan needs something good here to catch up.
True.
They can help equalize things a little bit. But it has to be not just a badge, it has to be like a big badge. Like, Xan's looking for plain badge probably here.
Plain or rising, maybe?
Probably not rising? I mean,
rising
badge can
a lot
have
of checks.
Yeah.
Not immediately, but waterfall is a big deal.
Yeah, we don't have waterfall, that's it.
Well, we don't have strength either.
I guess, but you have more strength checks, I think. Well, either way, if you can get a badge, either badge.
If he could get a badge or an HM, like if he gets strength here or waterfall here or whatever, that's a radio card for Woongi.
Finally, one of our 3 items for West Kanto. That's the other thing. If Xan finds like Pokegear or something, that could be big too.
Yeah.
Actually, that might even be bigger than the badges.
Maybe.
But right now, Xan's got a lot of nothing. Xan really needs something to start showing up. Because if this ends up being a useless Tin Tower, then Xan just sunk a lot of time and fortune. And it would be through no fault of his own, because Tin Tower is definitely the play. It's just sometimes the play doesn't work out in hindsight.
Dibnick's bringing up an interesting point in chat that I think is good to voice, that it honestly might even be a little better if Xan finds like a single Kanto badge in here. Because of the fact that there you go, a single Kanto badge. Because of the fact that if we're in the late game,
it could be anywhere.
Woongi naturally learning Fireblast. But yeah, I mean, like, Soul Badge, like, the fact that Woongi could potentially open up the entire rest of the game before finding out that Tin Tower is going to be required is potentially a decent, like, deal.
Dude, I really would have considered running Nidoking there. Oh, speaking of plain badge, Woongi got plain badge. Boy, this Rocket Hideout delivering. Got a couple of things going on there. But yeah, so Xan getting Soul Badge, I like it. And also, Darts brings up another point. Tin Tower opens the Hobo Chamber too, which, granted, Xan can't get there yet. But that could have something.
I mean, the thing is just like, we really need to see Xan find something important. I mean, like, the world is just starting to open up to Woongi. Like, he has so much more progress.
Well, let's put ourselves in Xan's shoes, okay? You finish off Mortar here. You do Rocket Hideout. That's obvious. From there, he's not going to have Squirt Bottle. He's going to work his way back to Kanto, almost certain. Because what else are you going to do? So you get to Kanto. At that point, you have 2 options. You can start biking around Kanto stuff, which is, for him, going to be kind of on the slower side because of all the battles you're going to do. Or you work your way back through Johto. I would be tempted to do the backtrack of Johto then before Kanto. And
I mean,
just to appease you, and use self-destruct strats.
Yes. I mean, the
Which
other
granted,
thing
it would be for not, because he would get fly, but...
The other thing you have to think about if you're Xan is that you still know with 100% certainty that none of these checks are going to give you fly.
Well, again, Xan's used to different things. He's used a different rule set because of the community he's in.
He has said that he's done several ones on our rule set. So,
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I was talking to a couple of English players who were still confused about where fly can and can't be. Because yesterday, the match I was commentating, me and the other commentator had to discuss on if fly could be locked behind card key. Because it turns out...
I think the answer is yes, right?
Fly can be behind card key. In this case, it was. But I thought it could be, and my commentator thought otherwise. And
that's because
neither of us knew
we
enough
were experimenting with rules before the tournament started, but yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's the case. But either way, it still was a little weird.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, the standard rules, I guess, we've talked about them a lot, just because of the fact that we have talked about them a lot. It bears repeating. The fly logic is as follows. You are never required to defeat Misty to get fly. You are never required to board the boat to get fly. And there's one other thing. I forget it.
You never have to go to West Johto.
You never have to go to
West Kanto.
Correct. I think that's it.
There's boat, West Kanto.
It's enter Cerulean, not defeat Misty, sorry. And fly can also not require the machine part.
Okay. I feel like there's still something missing.
I'm pretty sure that's it. You're never required to enter Cerulean Gym. You're never required to have the machine part. You're never required to board the boat.
Actually, chat's correcting us. It can require the machine part, potentially.
Oh, it can?
Also, yeah, that's the other thing, is East of Mahogany.
Oh, right.
I knew we were missing something. So, something I didn't get to mention. We just missed it on Xan's screen. Shiny Smoochum. Looks just like normal Smoochum. If there was a difference, I didn't see it. Yep, or past Tojo, that's the other thing. Can't be Victory Road, yeah.
Past Tojo. Okay.
So there's a lot of weird nuances about where fly can and can't be.
I mean, either way, like, the fact that you are never required to get on the boat is one of the bigger important things in that list.
Right, which is why, if I was in Xan's shoes, I would not have done Upper Johto.
I mean, like I said, I understand why he did it. Sometimes just saying, no, I don't care about the logic is the correct play. Because if he found something, I mean, like, not to mention the fact that, like, he hasn't done that backtrack to Southern Johto yet. He doesn't know, like, as far as Xan knows, Squirt Bottle might be part of that backtrack in Southern Johto, in which case, Fly might be here. Like, we don't think it's here, but it's still possible as far as Xan is aware.
I guess. It's one of those things where, like I've said every match I've commentated, there are so many options when it comes to routing in this. And that's why I love watching these matches and doing Crystal, because everyone can have such a variety of opinions on what the quote-unquote correct play is, when in reality there is no correct play. Every play has pros and cons, and it's only in hindsight that you can really say what was the correct play, you know? So it's awesome because of stuff like that. Because Woongi just as well could have found nothing on that Johto backtrack, and we would have said, well, it was a good try, but ended up being nothing. That's a shame. Xan, meanwhile, looking great in Upper Johto. Like, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You never know.
It's very possible that one of those last checks, or like, that one of those last checks was a Squirt Bottle. It's very possible that both pieces of Flash are sitting within reach in Kanto. So maybe I'm not saying that this is possible, but in as far as Xan is aware, it's very possible that the squirt bottle is in Southern Johto, or even like the squirt bottle might be in, say, something like or never mind, I was going to say Dark Cave, but that's not possible. But like the squirt bottle's in Southern Johto, meaning that Fly is entirely in Northern Johto.
Yeah. Squirt bottle could also just as easily be on like Surge or Erica or Janine. Yeah. Even at this point, no, probably not Sabrina. I don't think Sabrina's not in Logic. Oh, actually,
Sabrina's not in Logic.
Sabrina's about to be. It's about to be though, because remember, Xan's about to get Plain Badge.
Oh, you're right.
So that'll be.
I was thinking Erica. Erica's not in Logic for Xan.
No, but that's because he doesn't have cut. Alright, let's check out some of these checks for Woongi. Just doing some Kanto checks. Nothing too crazy. Xan grabbing that card.
Yeah, and Xan's just going through that slog through rockets.
Yep.
So Woongi's the one that we're looking to see if he's going to find the next progress item right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, or I guess, I don't know. I shouldn't say unfortunately, but there's a lot of still possibilities. Although, I think Woongi's making a good play here. He's working his way to drop off the machine part. Which, he's going a way that's out of Logic, but the machine part itself is in Logic. So,
yeah,
I like it.
He's going to end up going through Rock Tunnel in the dark, which is something that a player as experienced as Woongi is going to know how to do. He might, be slightly inefficient with it, but he's going to make it. Then once you reach the other side, you turn in the machine part and you unlock about 3 pretty quick checks for Woongi, especially given the fact that he has Fly. So that'll be good to do. The interesting question to me is whether he wants to go ahead and take care of Misty.
You mean like Nugget Hedge?
Yeah. Nugget Hedge Maze. So he could do all of Cerulean Mineral Badge.
Okay.
Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I got it. That's like he's got like 9, 8.
He's way past triggering the rocket sequence.
Yeah, he had triggered it before.
But we don't have card keys, so I don't think that's necessarily very relevant right now.
No. No card key, no basement key, not even worried about. But I would not do Nugget Hedge yet, but it would be on my raid. For me, if you're going to prioritize Kanto stuff, start off by prioritizing Janine, Surge. For Woongi, maybe even Erica.
I would definitely be more tempted to do Nugget Bridge right now than Surge.
Why?
Because Nugget Hedge Maze gives you pretty good experience.
It gives it... What level is he?
I don't remember. I think he's in the high 30s right now, which is right about the time where I think he's going to be able to one-shot most, not all, but I think he'll one-shot most of the things in the Nugget Hedge Maze. I think he's going to need 1 or 2 X attacks to deal with Surge.
Well,
there's the Volcano Badge.
Yeah. Alright.
This ROM is really coming together nicely for Woongi.
Looks like Woongi is going for Surge then.
No, I think he's doing the machine check right here.
Machine check here.
Yep.
Okay.
TM50.
Still, I wouldn't fly here just for that. If you're gonna fly here, get Surge done too.
No, I would. I think he's just doing quick checks. Like he doesn't want to do. He wants to clear out all of the checks that don't require fighting before doing another fight.
I get that, but you also don't want to be doing a bunch of Fly.
I don't know. I mean, Fly's pretty quick.
Strength.
HM4. There you go.
Behind machine part. Okay.
So that is
That
something that
opens up
Xan
more
has
tech.
access to, but doing that sequence would take Xan ever without Fly.
Well, actually, he got that one from Lavender Town. So it wouldn't take him that long, because what he would do is go to Lavender Town, go up for Machine Part, and then go back down,
No,
and
he
then
would
get that
self-destruct.
render. And then he would self-destruct. Oh, God. Boy, you really just like self-destruct, huh?
It's a very useful TM.
It doesn't matter to you, self-destruct versus explosion, or...
No.
What's
So
the other? What's the other?
Woongi is-
No, there's none.
So Woongi is finishing his Southern Johto stuff. So I imagine what we're gonna see right here is because it's gonna be really nice and really efficient. We're gonna do the bottom of Slowpoke Well. We're gonna go into Union Cave. We're gonna do the Waterstone Chamber, and then we're gonna do the Ho-Oh Chamber. I assume.
Nope.
No, that's right.
Woongi doesn't have
access,
Ho-Oh Chamber.
but he does have a Cascade badge.
Does have a Cascade badge. And he can do the Waterstone Chamber, which it looks like he will be doing.
Yeah. This is kind of one of the big things that a lot of people do once they have Surf and Strength, is just go down here, take care of that Waterstone Chamber, and doing the Slowpoke Well. I mean, they both unlock at the same time. It's just a real nice, efficient sweep there.
Yep. The other thing that I would be considering for Woongi, potentially, is Cianwood.
Maybe.
That's 4 Chucks there. Chuck's Gym
That's
takes
true.
a little bit of time, but it's something worth noting. Flash
not
and
gonna
Waterstone
lie.
Chamber? Oh, if Flash showed up now, that would be crazy. There's Rising Badge, though.
Badge. That's a big deal.
That's a nice badge to find. Again, we need Waterfall, but, you know, we can make it. Yep. So there we go.
So I will say one other thing, like slight thing that I think I would have done instead of Woongi, is when he went to the radio tower in Lavender, probably should have picked up some Max Repels.
Probably.
He's running on supers right now, which is fine, but Max Repels are going to save you some time.
I know I prefer Super Repels over Max Repels, and the reason I prefer Super Repels over Max Repels is you actually get more for your money, but also... I don't know, actually. Maybe Max Repels are. It depends on where you can buy them. If you already have the Super Repels, you might as well keep them.
Oh, yeah, no, to be fair, I am only saying that because of the fact that he literally just a couple minutes ago flew out of Lavender.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, I don't know. If you already have the Super Repels, no
Expansion
point in
card.
buying. Expansion card for Woongi. 2 out of 3. Just need that Poke Gear. We're doing swap strats. Interesting. Zen's opponent swapping out.
Yeah, I mean, at this point for Xan's race, the big question is going to be how long it takes him to decide to go back to Johto.
You know what? I didn't even consider that for Woongi. We're finishing off Ice Path. Yeah. I like that play.
Yeah, these are some really quick, efficient checks. He has strength. He has 7 badges.
Yeah. You can go ahead and get all the stuff for, Ice Path. You got 45. If you want to dip into the Dark Cave, you got those checks. You got options here.
I will say also one thing that I think is pretty important here is just like straight up, and this has been the one thing that I've been really curious about the entire race. What is up with this Mantine? We are moving so slow through these fights.
It's not doing great. I mean, it's working. He's not Well, he's struggling here because it is. So yeah, it's not doing great.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like yes, there's a couple of decisions that are really helping Woongi out here, but this Dragonite's just going so much faster. Another classic save and reset here out of Woongi. So you push the boulder down, you jump to the bottom of this ice path here. You go check that item in the top left. If it's nothing, reset. Very clean play, very common strat to see people do, but still nice to see, you know, there's kind of like fast tricks used. Especially if you're not as familiar with this format. These are the kinds of things that, like, you kind of want to start picking up some of these tricks.
I know I've been picking up them, so. There's Flash.
Flash.
Shame we didn't get Flash back over in Ruins of Elf, but, you know. That
still unlocks 4 more really quick checks for Woongi.
Yep. Not to mention it puts Dark Cave in logic, so.
True. And Dark Cave is fully in logic at this point because he has both Flash and Squirt Bottle.
Yep. But you don't need Squirt Bottle to have the Blackthorn inside of Dark Cave and Logic.
True. Xan saving here. Looks like he's actually
I think he's
going to check Ice Path as well, but he doesn't have strength.
Anything. Yeah, I think he's just doing the 5 pre-checks, but I don't think there was anything in them.
Yeah, I mean, if he saved right before leaving Mahogany, it makes sense. These
yeah, no, it's a good call.
Yeah, like, this isn't the most efficient way to do these checks, but it's not slow.
I mean, for all Xan knows, he's going to find strength, you know?
True.
Got some good shopping going on for Woongi.
Yeah, I assume he'll pick up a couple hypers, a couple max repels.
Yeah, I picked up items.
We're doing Dark Cave Blackthorn side.
Yep. Oh, actually, I made a mistake. Rainbow
badge for Xan.
Now, here's the thing, though. Is if Rainbow Badge is the only thing that shows up, I would still soft reset it away.
I agree.
You just gotta make sure you don't forget.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that, like,
go ahead
and he is resetting.
He knows where it is, but does not have it saved, so. And yeah, I think that's the right call, so. I think Xan has to make his way all the way back to Kanto now.
I have a question.
Waterfall.
Oh, that's Waterfall. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, that's Waterfall.
That unlocks
Rising
the rest of the checks in Mount Mortar. That unlocks the entirety of Victory Road and the path leading to it.
Yeah.
Woongi's got free checks for days right now.
It's just a matter of what are the right checks and what are the false leads. But before we saw Waterfall, you had a question.
So I have a question, and my thing is, I wonder if Xan is used to using the same version of speed choice that we are, because I've seen a couple of times him like take specific pauses in specific menus, almost as if he's trying to execute spinner passes, which obviously we don't care about because we purged all the spinners out of the game.
Maybe.
Oh, Woongi, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, did he just teach him a Rock Smash?
Yeah. He paused for a second. He thought about not doing it, but he did it anyway.
Well, I think he's actually done all his Rock Smash checks, hasn't he?
No, he has not done... Actually, hold on. Let me check. One thing.
Or did he not do the Dark Cave?
Oh.
What's going on with Xan?
So, I don't know if this is going to become a factor. I know Woongi hasn't done the Violet side of Dark Cave. I think he thinks he has.
Oh.
There is no square for Dark Cave on his map on his personal stream. Yeah, no, he checked off Dark Cave.
Well, that's not great.
It is replaceable.
So Xan's stream just went down.
Oh. Let me get in the race room. Yeah, Xan's stream just went offline.
Well, let's go ahead and I've got a Discord from this completely. You go ahead and try to reach Xan. I'm gonna keep watching Woongi. Woongi doing the rest of Mortar, it looks like. Makes sense. Clean it up really quickly with Waterfall. I'm not sure if we need to be telling Woongi to pause or not, because I'm not sure how that works.
I shot Woongi a message and just said, hey, FYI, your opponent's stream went down, just trying to figure out what to do from here.
Okay. I'm messaging SpeedGaming as well.
You're doing that? Thank you.
Yeah, I just sent SpeedGaming a message. Just because I'm unsure of what the protocol is at this point. SpeedGaming said... Oh, he said what happened.
So interesting thing happening right here. Woongi is actually going through the steps that he needs to do in order to replace his Rock Smash. So I wonder if he does actually know what's going on.
What do you mean? Did he buy a Rock Smash or?
No, he just went and cleared the Soda Widow.
Okay, Woongi should keep going according to SpeedGaming.
Okay, cool.
First, now SpeedGaming saying, wait. Oh boy. We're just, for those of you in chat, we're contacting one of the tournament admins to figure out exactly what we need. In the meantime, Woongi's gonna keep playing though, unless something comes up.
Yeah, until we receive the notice that Woongi should pause, we're not gonna tell him to.
Yeah.
Because as far
as
have you
heard from Xan at all?
I have not been able to contact Xan. Yeah, I'm wondering if he lost internet or something.
He's still in the race room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try a long no, because he wouldn't have his chat up. Alright, let's just keep trying to message
No, he wouldn't have his chat up because his stream's down.
Well, no, not more of that, because that
especially, yeah.
Alright, Woongi, I guess, got lost item in that confusion, so we'll go ahead and mark that off. Obviously, things have gone a little more hectic because of us trying to figure out what's going on with Xan. But
I'm still I'm honestly still very worried in the back of my mind that Woongi missed something important in Violet Dark Cave. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's still gnawing at the back of my mind as well. Like, that is not a fun thing to acknowledge that the possibility of.
well, all you can do is wait and see what happens.
Sure.
Well,
B item.
Yeah, Woongi got blue card. At least he didn't miss that. We're also making our way up to victory. So.
Yeah. No, this is the correct thing to do. It's a good chunk of free checks that are unlocked by Waterfall, and Waterfall is his newest piece of progress.
Yeah.
Big ticket items that we're looking for right now are Pokegear. Either piece of Whirlpool would be worth noting.
Glacier badge, there you go.
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. I was worried because since he didn't click the squirt bottle check, since Woongi hadn't done the squirt bottle check until just now, those rock smash checks in Dark Cave wouldn't have appeared on his tracker. And actually, looking at his tracker, Woongi never marked that he had rock smash.
Oh no, even worse.
Well, no, it doesn't make it worse. It makes it better. It means that the second that he goes and buys rock smash, that he'll probably click that, and that Dark Cave might show back up on his map. I think that means that Woongi probably... That all of this is pointing to the fact that Woongi is indeed aware that he still has those checks left. Whether he is consciously or unconsciously aware of the fact that he has those checks left, he will be able to piece together the fact that he has those checks left.
Yeah. So the question now is, we're looking for a total of 3 badges. Boulder, Soul, Marsh. We know where the Soul badge is. That was the one in Tin Tower. But the other 2 badges, we don't know. Alright, so I guess for now, we're just going to continue trying to reach Xan. We're suspecting that Xan's internet went down, and that's the issue. Which, if that's the case, with any luck, he's still kind of playing at least.
Yeah,
so,
it's very possible that he hasn't caught on to what happened yet.
Yeah, so hopefully...
I mean, yeah, because if he doesn't have internet, he wouldn't have gotten any of our attempts to reach out to him, of course.
Yeah, but for now, we're just going to keep going. With any luck, even if he's having internet issues, maybe he's still playing, and, you know, we can figure out something. Just saying... Yep, so we did that. Okay. So yeah. After talking to Snow9br, we're gonna keep going. Have Woongi just keep going. With any luck, Xan is playing still, but also working on getting his stream back up.
Well, not to mention he has his own timer, so...
Right. So, we're gonna have to just wait and see what happens. But the fact that we haven't heard from Xan is a little nerve-wracking, but, you know, if it's an internet issue, there's only so much you can do. There's Pokegear on Janine. There you go. That's your access to West Kanto. And also, yeah, that's why doing local recording is very important. So yeah, I would be, you know, do the Route 15 check, certainly. But I would also be rushing West Kanto.
Yeah, at this point, like you could also look. I mean, it kind of depends on how good he feels about the Dragonite. I know that most people in the community prefer special attackers by a very large margin.
I'm one of them.
But like, I still think that this level 50 would have to be something pretty insane to switch off the Dragonite. The stat XP is just too much. Like, if it's a Mewtwo with Psychic, we'll think about it. Like, that's kind of where I'm at.
Rapidash?
That's not a Mewtwo with Psychic.
You know, if it's a Rapidash with Flamethrower, though, I could be
Rapidash is more
convinced.
physical than special.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Still, it's a nice backup, and I like my backup. And I like the idea of catching it. Even if you don't end up using it, I like the idea of catching it.
10 levels is a lot of levels.
Yeah, like RPG said. You know, catch it. If it ends up being useless, it's useless.
But yeah, 100% the play here is to do the quick checks are in West Kanto, and there are a number of them. Not to mention that, like, Blaine is, like, almost honorarily a quick check because it's literally just the one fight with 3 pokes.
Yeah, Blaine? I thought Blaine had 5 pokes.
Does he? I don't know.
Sabrina has 3, I know. But yeah. Blaine, alright, Blaine has 3. Blaine is fast except the surfing. But the surfing you have to do kind of to start the blue chuck anyway. So, you know, not that big of an issue.
Yeah, it's typically something that I think most runners, at least most runners that I know the habits of, would be looking to do at this point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Basement key. The B item?
How many B items are you gonna say that for?
What, like the boulder badge?
You said that for the blue card.
The blue card? The basement key? The Pokedex?
The Pokedex, come now.
The Barch badge? Yeah, I'm a little curious. I'm trying to figure out what... Oh, he's going to get a Rock Smash TM. Never mind. Yeah, no, Woongi is 100% aware of the fact that he has some Rock Smash checks to do. At least, I'm fairly certain of that at this point. Yeah, he's buying it. Still no card key. Yep, still no card key. Which card key locks a lot of stuff. But also, if my memory serves correctly, the rules that we have for the tournament means that this ROM is never going to force you to do the basement before you have the card key. So it unlocks even more.
Yeah. Alright, so we've already got Rock Smash. There we go. No worries there. Chat's saying that Woongi got Mystery Egg and Mortar. That might have happened with everything going on with Xan. It is very, very plausible that we missed something, unfortunately. So.
Oh my god. A decent horse.
I told you, it could be a
horse
good
on the lorse.
Horse on the what?
Horse on the lorse.
Horse. I'm not familiar with the lorse.
Here's those checks that I was worried about Woongi doing.
Dude, that Rapidash did have Flamethrower. That's the second prediction I've made. Rapidash with Flamethrower.
I'm more interested in Slash, but sure.
I really am a prophet, though.
I'm
call him Clearbell. Call him Flamethrower on the Rapidash. I mean, I agree. The Slash is better, knowing the Rapidash is physical, but still. All right. We need to find that Marsh badge. We need to find that Well, your 3 checks that you were so nervous about ended.
Yep.
Even if Woongi missed them.
So at this point, the big ticket item that we're looking for is card key. Straight up, it's just card key. Card key would be pretty big, and then we're also in the back of our minds saying, "Hey, when's Woongi gonna go do Kimono Girl?"
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're Woongi, the big item is card key and Clearbell, but we know where Clearbell is. And he's choosing to do Burn Tower first, oh no. I mean, you're gonna have to do it for the Tin Tower anyway?
Woongi,
Still.
you can't hear me, but stay strong. You don't have to fight Morty. No one needs
Yeah,
that
you do.
man. No,
Yeah, you do.
no, you don't. Morty is not
He doesn't have
required.
card key. He doesn't have card key.
We can find the card key.
What
we
if
know
card key
for
is
a fact that the card key is not in Tin Tower. We
But card
don't need
key-
to fight Morty.
Card key could be in Silver. Or card key can be in Ho-Oh Chamber.
We don't need to fight Morty.
Listen. I don't want to stage an intervention, but I will if I need to.
We don't need to fight
In
Morty.
this situation, Woongi needs to fight Morty.
No, he doesn't.
He
Not
kinda-
yet. There are other checks left on
Oh
his
my-
map. We
Dude,
don't
let's-
need to fight Morty.
Let's not delay this by 3 hours, please. Oh my goodness.
There's still an E4 to fight. We don't have to fight Morty.
I'll have you know that if I'm ever against you in this tourney, I'm doing Morty just in spite of you and hoping that
I'm
does
a-
something good.
That's the thing, though. You're never going to be against me in this tournament. I'm going to get knocked out in the group stage, and it's going to be Morty's fault.
Oh, okay. Well, you know. Morty does
entirely
not,
Morty's fault.
Morty does not have card key because Xan already did Morty.
Yeah.
Speaking of Xan, still no word from him. We are hoping to hear from him.
Oh, roamers. The only thing I can tell you for certain is that none of them were Sneasel.
Yeah, none were Mewtwo.
That's the only thing that I'm capable of telling you. Woongi, no!
Oh jeez, don't scream, dude. That is loud. Warning for headphone users.
Sorry.
Oh my boy. This is full item random.
Woongi, no! You don't have to fight him.
He does! You have to get over this, dude. Like, come on. It's happening. You'd also know if it was Jinx. Fair.
That's
Dryad was
true.
a good point. We would know Jinx, we would know Mewtwo.
No, Luke.
You know Sneasel, I guess.
We would know Lugia. We would probably know Mantine.
I would not know Lugia or Mantine. I'm also really bad with Pokemon. This is sad. If he doesn't fight him this run, they end up with rigor mortis. Oh no. Oh boy. Xan's back on stream.
We're back.
It looks like Xan had been playing. So we have no idea what Xan has or doesn't have. Given where he's at, he found strength. So he must have found strength. Right? Or did he go back
I'm messaging
through?
people.
He might. All right, he might not have strength. I'm gonna unmark strength because he might not have strength.
Oh,
Is his background
I'll go to
stream?
his chat
Yeah.
and check. Hold on.
All right, yeah. Let's see what he's got. I think he just did the Rising badge check, so I think he's got Rising.
He has HMs 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, he has Whirlpool?
Where is Whirlpool?
No!
All right, 1,
And
2,
he
3,
just
4,
got
6.
Storm Badge.
And he just got Storm.
Oh, well, sorry. He's about to. I'm watching his stream.
Right, okay. So he's got Fly. All right, you ready for this?
He also found Secret Potion.
Whirlpool, Secret Potion, Hello Chamber?
Oh. That actually, you're probably right.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a little bit too much
what about
sense.
Pokegear expansion card?
Yeah, he does not have the Pokegear or the expansion card.
All right. And
nor does he have the lost item, nor does he have the mystery egg.
And a squirt bottle?
No squirt bottle.
Okay. So I think art and badges look good, or what badges? He might have just turned in mystery egg. I thought he turned in rising.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see everything because of the way he's using a different tracker than what the English community usually uses, which is fine.
Make it work.
It shows that he has 6 total badges, and that he has the Hive badge, the Zephyr badge, the Storm badge.
We haven't marked that he has 8 of them, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he did the Rising badge check, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark off Rising badge. But we're gonna have to kind of play this by ear a little bit.
He has the Rising. Yeah, we're still kind of piecing together. Xan just picked up this. Yeah, never mind. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Yes.
There's maybe a stream delay between his stream and the stream that me and Rob are watching. So.
Yeah. Well, he has Cut. He has Fly.
Wait, would he have 6 Kanto badges specifically?
I would have to look at his
That might be it. Actually, yeah, I'm willing to bet that's it. Which I'm assuming that he has...
He's probably missing Marsh and Boulder.
He's probably missing Marsh and Boulder, yeah.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and update this tracker to the best of our abilities with an asterisk being there that we're not positive?
Yeah, we're not 100% sure. It's very possible that Xan is missing one of the Kanto badges that Woongi already has, and that Xan actually does indeed have the Boulder badge or the Marsh badge. But I think at this point, that's kind of unlikely.
Yeah. All we can do is kind of get a feel for what checks Xan is doing. And it looks like Xan's about to do the rest of Ice Path. So. Yeah,
because I think it looks like Xan's tracker is tracking like the important badges and then the total number of badges. Xan just picked up the Rainbow badge, so he did not have that already. I think we need to mark Mineral badge on Xan's tracker.
Okay, we can do that.
This is we're playing some real
we're over here doing Detective Pikachu. They're playing Pokemon Crystal, we're playing Detective Pikachu over here. He just did the checks in Lake of Rage, so he would have just gotten the squirt bottle.
Yeah, he got the squirt bottle in Lake of Rage. We just saw him do that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Woongi is fighting Chuck.
Yeah, Woongi's fighting Chuck. At this point, I like the play. He needs Whirlpool. Which...
Yeah, Whirlpool is
Xan
a big
got, but we also don't know with certainty where. I think we're both suspecting Hello Chamber. It makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Marsh badge.
Okay.
Marsh badge on Chuck. So, okay. Missing only 2 badges now. Missing
also, just to throw a little wrench in everything, everyone's plans. If that's where Marsh badge is, it's very possible that Xan has it. I don't think he does, but it's in theory possible.
Where was the strength HM?
I don't know, but I know that Xan has it.
Right, but I'm trying to think if he had it before or after. No, because I really doubt he did Marsh.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it as well. Just FYI, we have no idea what is going on vis-a-vis which badges Xan has.
Yeah, this is our best guess.
Not to mention that the items that Xan has means that with certainty, in the time that Xan was off stream, he did his backtrack through South Kanto. I mean, South Johto.
Yeah. It looks like he's doing Dark Cave now. We have Woongi, who is up and doing Sabrina. I'm pulling up Xan's track. Yeah, so I've actually seen this tracker before from Xan. Or not from Xan, but I've seen this style tracker before, actually. So, the badges he has, looks like he's missing Glacier badge still, but he has the other HM badges. And it looks like between Mineral badge and the Kanto badges, he has 7 of the 9. And my guess is that he is missing Boulder badge and Marsh badge. Those are my guesses. So I think
Strength was the expansion card.
What was expansion card?
Strength.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry. Oh, there's Waterfall.
Yep, I think both runner. Yeah. So we had
Waterfall
seen.
for Xan.
Yep, we had seen Woongi get Waterfall. Xan just got. Xan got Fly Access a little bit ago. Xan got it just as he was streaming back up. Woongi's not super.
I disagree. I think Woongi's got a good lead here.
Depends on if he does Kimono Girls.
True, but the thing is that, like, I mean, the same could be said for, like, Woongi's got a big lead that's gonna disappear when Xan does Chuck. So, like, you know, I mean, like,
where
Woongi's probably whittled that down to what he needs a lot more.
Which badge was Chuck? Marsh. Where was Glacier badge?
I do not remember. I'm sorry.
If anyone in chat remembers where Glacier badge was, that would be the other.
All right, let's see what Surge has got for us today.
Glacier was Victory Road. Okay. So Xan needs to make a play for Victory Road.
Yeah, Xan just got Waterfall, so he has not had the ability to do that in a while.
There's Lost
for long, so we'll probably see that somewhat soon. But, like, he's probably going to go do Mortar stuff first. At least I would.
Yeah, I would do Mortar. And Mortar might have also... I think Mortar
might have been something important. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, you know what? I think Mortar is where they had to go the mystery.
Yes. It also might have been a Pokegear part.
Yeah.
Mortar and Morty is not all the same. Mortar has no problems, and there are lots of checks there. Morty is a waste of your time, and you should treat him as such. I'm just here preaching the good word of how useless Morty is always going to be to you.
I agree not liking Morty, but you can't argue in the face of us. It's not useless. Alright. We need that boulder. That's the one badge that I think we have no information on. Pink Bob. Well, Surge, nope. So let's try to regroup. For Woongi, where do you look?
So here's I think Woongi still has. Wait, has Woongi cleared out Ho-Oh Chamber?
No,
No, he can't.
that's
He
where.
doesn't have Clear Bell.
Yeah, he needs Clear Bell. He needs Tin Tower.
Yeah,
it
so
is,
he's
and
not...
that's where we suspect is where Secret Potion / World.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the kind of curious things here right now is that none of the checks left on Woongi's map are nice. Like, all of them are very long checks.
So what do we have?
Like, that's why we're doing Kanto leaders. I imagine he might make a Route 4 play. He might do a Brock play.
Do Kimono Girls before Route 4, mate.
I agree, personally, but I don't know how Woongi feels, right? Like,
I mean, I would be doing Kimono Girls before Erica too. So, Kimono Girls is quick. Erica's not. There's expansion card for Xan. That's the other thing. Did Woongi check out West Kanto or West? Yeah, West Kanto.
He did.
Okay, I must have completely missed that.
At least he did most of Viridian. And, like, I think he did the quick check. I think he's done every West Kanto check that does not include a fight.
Alright, fair. Did he get the fly access to pallet?
I don't know. That's not really a big deal. He definitely has access to Viridian City.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Xan is... Oh, Xan's doing squirt bottle check. Yep, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. You never know. Could be something. So yeah, hopefully our trackers are back to good. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, so the big thing that Woongi is looking to know right now is we are waiting for when Woongi is going to find the Clear Bell. That's probably the biggest ticket item in his mind. Granted, the bigger ticket item might be Whirlpool for him, but we know that might not happen. But the other big ticket thing that I think us at home are kind of wondering is, where's the Boulder Badge? Yep. It's the only piece of Go mode that we don't know the location of.
Mm-hmm. We're not sure about Whirlpool. We don't know where Whirlpool or that Secret Potion came from. It's possible that Whirlpool was Jasmine. It's possible both were Ho-Oh Chamber. I'm suspecting at least one of them was Ho-Oh Chamber, but we just don't know.
I would be very surprised if neither of them are Ho-Oh Chamber.
Yeah, because that's the most logical thing Dan could have done. That is a late return to Kenya, but okay.
I mean, it's just another check. It's not really that big a deal.
Yep. I think he's now turning in the mystery egg. Or not.
Victory Road. Has he done Victory Road?
No.
Yeah, that's probably where he's going right now.
And
that's Victory a big deal because we know that there is important things waiting for him there.
Yeah, what was there?
I believe Glacier.
Right. Which, if that's the case, that actually puts him as a badge advantage.
If Boulder Badge is in Whirl Island, which I don't think is at all out of the question, that might be the race.
Unless Xan at Whirl Island.
Yeah, I think
I
Woongi's
doubt it, but
yeah, I mean, I think that this is really coming down to when Woongi's going to decide to do kimonos.
Yeah. And the question also is did Xan local? Because neither of us, you're not an organizer for the tournament, right?
I'm not in what?
You're not an organizer for the tournament, right?
Oh, no.
So with neither of us being organizers, if Xan did not local record, even if he finishes first, it's possible he could be disqualified.
I
don't know.
I don't think we want to speculate about that.
Yeah, that's not something I'm going to speculate, but it is something I do want to put out there in the world. That is not our call.
I don't think that's really something we need to talk about, especially not right now.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully just local record is fine. Always local record these matches. Always. Alright, let's see here. So, where's Woongi at now? I was watching Xan. Where's Woongi? He's doing 30... Is this... No... I actually have no idea what battles Woongi's up to now.
So here's the other question that I want... The other thing that I want to bring up.
Oh, he's doing Nugget Hedge, okay.
So, we've commented on this Mantine. And I think that it's a fair commentary. But here's the thing. I think that it's very, very possible that... Okay, so Xan's got Glacier Badge.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, I think it's fairly obvious that the first thing you do when you have Glacier Badge is we're going to Whirl Island. We're going to Whirl Island immediately. There's so many checks there. Oh, wait, he has Silverwing. No, he's going to switch to Lugia.
If he thinks of it, I would.
I was going to say that he might struggle against Red with this Mantine, but if you switch to Lugia, that's... I mean, he's so close to Go mode. He needs the Pokegear. That's it. This is, of course, assuming that Boulder Badge is in Whirl Island, which is not guaranteed, but in my mind, I think it's very, very likely.
Mm-hmm. It's a matter at this point of trying to remember what was where. Like, where is Pokegear? Because that's what I think Xan needs, is Pokegear. Potentially. Well, actually, no, he definitely needs Pokegear. He needs it to get...
Definitely needs Pokegear. We know where Marsh Badge is, and I think that in my mind, I think if you're going to Whirl Island, you're going to go ahead and do Chuck on the way. He's right there. And that's going to give him his Marsh Badge.
Pokegear was on Janine.
Pokegear was Janine.
Okay. So not a gym fight that Xan has done. But
that's not something Xan's done, but that, like, if you're Xan and you get to the point where you're thinking, okay, my last badge is probably, or the Pokegear is probably on one of the Kanto leaders, Janine's probably the one you're going to do first.
First or second, yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I could see someone being a little hesitant is just that you can't fly there immediately if you haven't been there. But, yeah, that's kind of like a meh.
So the thing is it's always like Woongi had a very large lead not that long ago, but he's doing a bunch of checks now that Xan very well might get into Go mode without doing.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Boulder Badge could be so many places. We could be here another hour. I wonder if Xan... Is Xan... No.
No, he's just getting the fly point.
Okay, well, we bought 11 full restores, and I got nervous for a second, but no, he is going for World.
No, I mean, that's like the only place to get full restores in the game, and they're useful things to have.
I got that. Just made me nervous for a second that he was going to try to do an E4 run.
Yeah, no, I think if you're going to that part of the world, you might as well just grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Xan's not going to Cyanwood. He's going straight to Whirl, which makes sense, but it's not what I would be doing, and it's also not going to get him the Marsh Badge.
The thing for me is I would actually be doing Whirl Islands, like, and then afterwards surf over to Cyanwood. And the simple reason is at least for me, Whirl Islands, if I don't start from this specific entrance, I get so confused.
I still think, I don't know how much of it's been timed, but I really, really think that I at least I thought that like one of the fastest, if not the fastest way to get here, and the most efficient thing to do was to go to Cyanwood, fly there, and then surf from Cyanwood to here.
It may be, but it's also just a matter of familiarity too.
True.
And I know for me, Whirl Islands is probably the single place that confuses me the most in this whole game. And if I enter from one of the southern entrances, I'm going to lose 3 minutes. Just because I got confused and lost. Misty, rare candy, that is unfortunate.
The question is what Woongi does from here. Like I said, it's still the case.
Oh.
Okay, he's going to Ekritik. I think this is going to be him going to fight
Kimono
Kimono.
Girls.
Yeah, he's fighting
Yeah, there you go, mate. Now, even still, even though he's doing the right play, it's going to be about 7-8 minutes before he's out of Tintin.
I think this race is coming down to be really close.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really...
I might be overstating it. I think that Xan is a hefty favorite at this point, in my opinion. But I think it's going to be really close.
Also, yeah,
that might be the last check in Whirl Island.
I believe
and
it was.
I don't think Xan found the boulder badge.
I don't think he found anything.
Okay, that's a major game changer.
Well, let's see what Loki is. Might have found a new main.
I mean, he needs a new main. I think we switch this... Oh, yeah,
there
you
you
definitely
go.
switched to a crime.
There you go.
Mr. Crimes, Mr. Grimes, Mr. Rhymes, Mr. Bimes.
He's even got the Master Ball. There you go. Yeah, that's an easy switch. Mr. Mime with Surf is fine. And if it has any other special moves, that's even...
I mean, granted, I think Woongi's Dragonite is much better.
Fire Punch, there you go. It's got Fire Punch, that works.
Spore, in my opinion, is really underrated. Spore is broken.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If you can outspeed it, you win.
I guess, yeah. So there you go.
Mr. Slime, Mr. Dime.
There we go. Clear Bell for Woongi. Oh, did it have Fan Attack? That's also pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, from here, I would go see him. And I think he is, based on the fact that he's not flying. Yeah, that's exactly what I would be doing.
Here's the thing, though. The fact that Boulder was not in Whirl, in my mind, kind of puts Woongi a little bit back in the driver's seat. Because he's already done a bunch of these really long checks that might be Boulder Badge. So Woongi's probably going to end up doing Whirl Island.
Yeah.
Assuming that Whirlpool is in the Hello Chamber like we suspect, Woongi's probably still going to do Whirl Island. But Xan, given the fact that we haven't found Boulder Badge, is probably going to do Misty, is potentially going to do Sabrina, is potentially going to do Surge. Granted, we don't know if whether he's done these or not. He very well might have. But, like, that's a big deal. Those checks that Xan might have to do, or might choose to do, are a lot longer than Whirl Island.
Yeah. The other thing that Xan can do that Woongi cannot do, Jasmine. Could be there.
Very true.
Swap out a Mineral Badge for a Boulder Badge, you know. We're at the point where Mineral Badge literally could be anywhere. Like, it really could be anywhere. There's no likely or unlikely spot. if I had to take a guess, I'm very interested in the fact that card key and basement key have not popped. So I'm starting to think that they're in silver and not coming up.
Wait a minute. Does Xan have basement key?
Why would he have basement key?
He doesn't. Okay. So if
does Woongi have basement key?
Woongi has basement key.
When did he get basement key? I missed that.
I do not remember.
I'm gonna start writing down these items. Got them.
I like it better when I don't know. Ignorance is bliss, and it lets me get excited about finding a thing a second time.
I guess. I don't know. Mortar? I think, though, Xan has full cleared mortar.
Was it a waterfall check? Part of me thinks it was some kind of waterfall check.
Even then, Xan did waterfall mortar. Remember, that's where I got Mystery Egg.
True.
I have no idea. Woongi finally making the way up Tin Tower, though. Gonna find that soul badge as the last item. But then, we're gonna be able to free Ho-Oh and potentially start to learn what Xan has known a little while, which is just what exactly is in that Ho-Oh chamber. My guess is that it's both the secret potion as well as the whirlpool, but it's possible it's one or the other. But yeah, Xan has Marsh. Xan only needs Boulder damage now. But we're also about to be in a position where Woongi also. This is very close. And it's gonna
and like I said, here's the thing, right? In my mind right now, Woongi is a good bit ahead, and the reason why Woongi is a good bit ahead is because Xan's map right now is giving him so many options. He could go do Jasmine, he could do Erica, Janine, which is the thing he needs to do, Surge, Sabrina, Nugget Hedge Maze, Misty, he could do False Director.
And yet, notably, the check he's going for is one that Woongi has not done, which is the Whirlpool check after Waterfall.
True.
So, you know, the good thing for Xan is if you're
going
to do a check, you want to be doing checks that Woongi has not done. And this is one.
This might... I mean, the Boulder Badge could be right here.
It could be. Nope. Soft sand.
Soft sand. Okay. So that kind of throws back into question... But, like, we could still... Like, so here's the thing, right? At this point, Woongi, in about 1 second here, Woongi is now 1 away from go mode.
Yeah.
However, it is very possible that his method to get that one thing is searching the world, finding the radio card, having to climb the radio tower, then go defeat Claire, and do all of Dragon's Den.
We could still be here a while.
So we could still be here a while.
And the other thing is that while it's 15 badges to 15 badges, like chat pointed out, Xan still needs Pokegear. So even if Xan finds the Boulder Badge, he can't do anything without Pokegear. And that Pokegear is on Janine. So he needs to do Janine. But we're about to find out our Ho-Oh chamber. Finally start piecing together just what we missed out on with Xan.
And like I said, I mean, the thing is, if you're Woongi right now, your tracker looks like Blaine, Blue, Brock, Route 4. That's it. Like...
Surely it's not just that. There's E4.
So it's Whirlpool checks, False Director, and those 4 things.
And E4.
And E4.
There's the Secret Potion. Yep. There's the whirlpool.
There it is.
Exactly what we thought. I thought both of them were. And it was.
So here's the thing. Woongi's probably about to go do Whirl Island, which is going to be a shame because we already know that that's not going to be worthwhile. But like I said, I mean, I'm still saying, oh, I just saw a mime die.
Tough Vaporeon. Oh, no. What did the Vaporeon use?
I didn't see.
Oh, well, must have been like
Hyper Beam.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a Hyper Beam. Dang. That hurts.
Yeah, Hyper Beam.
Woongi's favorite Pokemon giving him some time right now.
Oh yeah, Woongi was the one who liked the evolutions and Vaporeon special, yeah. Right? Dude, Vaporeon hooking him up. But yeah, Woongi's gonna do Lyland.
Woongi's doing a bit of an unorthodox route in Whirl as well. I wonder. I mean, I wonder how familiar he is with this. Granted, the fact that he has Flash means that whether he's super familiar with it or not, he's probably going to be okay.
I will tell you this. I would almost never, personally, I would almost never be doing Whirl Islands in the dark. I don't know what to do.
Oh, I mean, I'll do Whirl Islands in the dark. I don't mind. But I will never do Whirl Islands in the dark from anywhere except the northeast entrance.
Fair. Yeah, that's the one place that I still just don't feel comfortable doing in the dark. Everywhere else is fine. Whirl Islands confuses me as it is. It is. No, Whirl Island's more like Whirl Maze, like, honestly. But yeah, question is Boulder. What to do, Boulder?
The B item.
Right, the B item as opposed to another item.
No, it's really just another B item.
What about that Pokebeer?
The Pokedex?
No, the Pokebear.
Oh, the Pokegear?
No, the Pokebear.
The Pokegear?
No, the Pokegear.
You mean Ursaring?
No, I actually mean Pin.
You Stimnix, I actually think you are. That the northeast entrance is the only entrance you can get everything from.
Yeah. Which is why that's like the best entrance in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the default.
But yeah, unfortunately it's gonna be a bust. So is Erica. You know.
Yeah, like I said, look, I mean, going back to the point of arguing that like Woongi has a really good lead right now, Erica's gonna take Xan longer than it's gonna take Woongi to do Whirl Island. Like, and that check from Xan is only one of the things that he hasn't done that Woongi has. Like, Woongi still has Janine on him. Woongi still has all of the Misty sequence on him. Like, this is... I'm still really wondering how this is going to end up, especially, I just think, and I might be wrong, I really do just think that Mantine lost Xan way too much time.
I mean, it did, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think Woongi's going to main swap to the Mr. Mime.
No way. Dragonite's like in the mid-50s right now.
Even still, I would still catch the Mr. Mime.
I mean, sure, why not? Especially if you have a Master Ball. But honestly, if I'm Woongi, I wouldn't have even checked it.
Well, he checked it and he Master Balled it, so you know. Also mid-50s, it's 51, mate.
I thought it was a little higher, but still. I mean, the stat XP combined with the moveset you already have on it, like, this Dragonite's gonna outperform the mine by a ton.
Yeah. And it looks like Woongi is gonna do the secret potion chuck now. Go for Jasmine.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like to play.
Also, I don't... Unless Xan did this when his stream was down, which is very possible. I don't think we know what's behind Jasmine. She might have the Boulder Badge. I don't think she does, but she might.
Yeah. And also, like Chad said, the mime's not weak to ice, which if you have, like, hypothetically, an Articuno with Ice Beam, that could hit you.
True. Having it in your back pocket, especially since it has Fire Punch, which I don't think Woongi is aware of yet. But
he did not check the moveset.
Yeah, I mean, like if Red's lead is an Articuno with Ice Beam, yeah, you're probably right. It's going to come in handy.
Mm-hmm. I know the match earlier today, the second Pokemon was a Mew with Psychic, so... Ooh. Yeah, that was fun. And the lead was a Butterfree, which also caused issues. So... What are we doing shopping? Just selling some things? Okay. I will say, Woongi has a good setup for X items. He is pretty much ready to go for red as soon as possible. Xan, meanwhile, is double-checking the strength burn tower check, it looks like.
Yeah, we know that this check isn't anything.
Yeah, I believe we have seen this one.
I think it was like a lure ball or something. I don't know why I very distinctly remember this check.
I think you're right, actually. Let's see. It was, yep. Probably because I think there's only one lure ball.
Yeah.
Cool, so. I mean, it's not a key item, but the lure ball... Is Xan going for E4? Oh! This could be interesting.
I wonder if he's doing this because he thinks he's behind.
Maybe.
I mean, he got Fly super late. So, like, if he believes that, that's not necessarily an unreasonable belief.
No,
like, he got Fly super late.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I were him, I would have done Route 4, but he doesn't have Pokemon. He can't do Route 4. So yeah, I like this E4 play. It's a good play.
Yeah, I mean, if you think you're behind and that's why you're making the play, I kind of agree with it.
Yeah. Now, if I were Woongi after this, I would be doing Route 4.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Woongi at this point is incentivized to just
do Route 4,
just kind of play
Brock,
clean,
Blue.
right? Like Woongi
do all
doesn't
those
want to
gym leaders.
Yeah, like Woongi doesn't want to be thinking that far outside the box. Like he got his fly early. Mm-hmm. I think if you're Woongi, you probably know that you can't be too far behind, right? Like he got everything that he wanted in pretty reasonable pace. Like I don't, obviously you can't know for certain, but like my read on the situation if I'm Woongi is that like if Xan is beating me right now, it's because he's just a faster player. Like by miles.
Or he did Kimono Girls early. Because remember, Kimono Girls led to a badge as well as Secret Potion as well as Whirlpool. So there's that to consider as well. But at the moment, it's gonna come down to just where's Boulder Badge? It could be anywhere. It's hard to say. So Woongi gonna go ahead, talk to Blue, and then go fight Blue. I think this is a good call.
I mean, like I said, here's the big thing, right? Like, let's imagine the best possible. So there's a couple things, right? The best possible case for scenario for Xan is that Boulder Badge is on E4.
Yep.
Right now, 100%. That's what's going on.
Yep.
But if that's the case, Xan still has to pick out Janine before Woongi figures out that it's E4.
Right. But he also knows that Pokegear won't be on Brock, won't be on Blaine, won't be on Blue.
True.
Those are checks that
Woongi
is going to do.
Those fights on Woongi.
I mean, realistically, if Boulder Badge is on E4, then Xan would be my pick to win. But if it's not on E4, then Woongi's the one. Like, it's honestly coming down to that.
Yeah, I agree, Dimnix. So...
Also, yeah, I would do Janine first for the Kanto Gym. It's like...
I will say this, right? I think it is... I think that the Boulder Badge being on E4 is not necessarily the most likely scenario from everything that you and I, Rob, know about what's going on right here. Just because, like, right now, the Boulder Badge's possible locations are E4, Brock, Route 4, Blue, Blaine, right? Only, in my mind, all of their scenarios except the E4 one put Woongi pretty much as winning this race.
Well, there is another situation. And that is suddenly if card key.
Yeah,
because
but I mean,
if you put in card key, that puts in Rocket Tower. That could potentially put in Basement. That would put in Claire's Gym and Dragon.
True, but I think that at this point, like,
where was Basement Key? How does Xan not have?
That's true. That's one of the other things, right? I wonder if Basement Key is one of those other Kanto leaders.
It might have been.
Yeah, like that. I kind of agree with Dimnix, right?
I do
like,
as well.
Whether the thing that we're looking for right now is the card key or the Boulder Badge doesn't really matter. If it's the Boulder Badge, if it's the card key, then the card key extends out to using the card key to find the Boulder Badge. So that doesn't really change the math by that much because both of these mains are good.
Unless Xan finds card key on E4, but doesn't have Basement Key and Boulder Badge is in Basement.
Yeah.
Like
if card key is on E4, there's a bunch of questions still left to answer.
Yeah. So we're about to find out a couple more things. I think Woongi is doing. Because
I mean, in addition, it's very possible that Xan gets the card key from E4 and Boulder Badge is still on Brock or someone.
Yep. There you go.
Vanilla.
Boulder Badge.
That's 2 vanilla gym leaders in this game.
Oh,
wow.
Boy. Someone forgot to randomize the Boulder. Which means, unfortunately, the E4
and the escape rope at the top of Sprout Tower.
Yep. Unfortunately, the E4 play, no bueno.
Yeah, I don't see any way that Xan wins this race at this point.
No. That Dragonite's gonna be fine.
Especially because the worst possible case scenario right now is that Red's lead is an Ice type with Stab Ice Beam that can OHKO Dragonite, and we also have a backup plan for that. So,
Mr. Meme.
Yeah, what ERC was saying in chat as well. Like, literally, if Woongi throws out this Dragonite and the entirety of Red's team has ice moves to OHKO it, we just switch to the Mr. Mime and we win. Like,
Still, let's see what E4 ends up having for Xan. I'm curious if card key does appear, because that would throw him off even. Level 81 Mewtwo with Ice Beam and Mega Horn. Oh. Why is Woongi doing item checks?
Style points?
Question
mark? No, probably. He might be trying to get... He might... I don't know.
Well, he got a rare candies, I mean...
Yeah, he might be trying to get rare candies. I wonder if he feels... Like, I wonder if he's afraid for his Dragonite in this fight. Just because in the back of his mind, you're probably... Like, at this point, if you're Woongi, in the back of your mind, you've got to be starting to ask the question, what can go wrong for me right now? And the big glowing answer is Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Ice Beam.
Dragonite got Psychic.
Let's go.
That's nice. And I was gonna say Dragonite's low leveled, but honestly, all of these.
Nah, not really.
Woongi does have X items. Woongi did the X item shopping. Now, I didn't check and see what Xan got, but I don't think he...
Wait, did we just teach over Spore? No, good. Don't teach over Spore.
No. We are teaching moves to the Mime. We're teaching Flash to the Mime as a safety strat.
I very much disagree with that.
Oh, no, I agree. I like it.
No, the only reason I disagree is that if you are the most dire straight scenario that Woongi could be put in right now is he has to sack the Dragonite, send in Mr. Mime, click Spore once, and then win the fight. Like, Spore is broken. I don't know why we are missing this fact.
Spore's not that broken.
Spore is broken. It's slow, but it's broken. Yeah, Woongi shopped for X items a long time ago, Mel. Yeah, no, because Gen 2 sleep mechanics, like, isn't the maximum turns on sleep in this gen like 7?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is. Like, I think that the worst possible case scenario for this fight is that you have to send out Mime, use Spore, then use 6x specials, then put it back to sleep, then use 6x defends, then put it back to sleep, and then use 6x speeds. Like... But yeah, either way, this fight's over at this point. I think that we're probably going to see a full heal here. You don't want to get para-hacked out of the game.
Yeah, I think we're just setting up a couple more X items. That was a scary crit Metal Claw. Heal before you take more damage.
Yeah, with that full restore, that we're probably going in for the sweep now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still didn't kill the Arc.
Really?
Well, that was, yeah.
I wonder if he used an X-Ack. If he did, then I would have liked to have seen him use Rock Slide there a little bit earlier.
He did use an X-Ack.
I will still say, like, in my mind, some of the biggest plays... Oh, sack. Experience. Sweet experience.
Not really needed at this point, but yeah.
No,
that's...
But still.
That was a whole 57 to 58.
Yeah, it's 2 levels.
That is crazy.
But just kind of to review of some of the things that happened this race. Like I said, I highly question personally Xan's choice of mains across the course of the race. I don't think Mantine's good. Mantine's not good.
No, Mantine's not good. I'm saying the Mime was
good.
a good swap.
The Mime was a good swap. I really wish that Xan had looked a little bit harder for a main. In terms of play, like, Woongi going back and checking that location to find the cut was just, like, it was just really smart. Like, you know, like, there are some problems with that play. I think there are potentially, like, some things that could have maybe been slightly optimized there, but that play was just smart, and I think it really, honestly, was a big contributing factor to this game.
Those Dragonite stats, oof.
And let's welcome to the call our winner, Woongi. Congratulations, Woongi. How do you feel?
Thank you. Oh, I think this race was a pretty solid race, I think. I feel pretty good about my routing.
Yeah, no, I was about to say your routing was really good. Like the thought process to go back after escape roping out of Ilex Forest to grab cut just had so many ripple effects over the entire race.
I will have you know that Strife was loudly celebrated when you were teaching self-destruct. Because
I'm glad I was able to show that.
You had finished about a 5-minute rant about how good of a play it would be to teach self-destruct and do the return trip. And you one-upped his plan by teaching self-destruct to a non-main, to the Typhlosion. And he was like, that's even better. And then, of course, you ended up not needing to use this because you got both pieces of fly. But it was the thought that counts.
Yeah, thought process there was if Storm Badge could have been in Kanto because Pass was available,
Yep.
so that's why I decided to go for that play. So in case there's one piece of fly but not both, then I can self-destruct and teleport back to Goldenrod.
I know, it was a smart play.
Yeah, I mean, well, it definitely worked out. Like, I would say, what was it? I think, Rob, you'll have to maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Like, Xan didn't have fly until pretty close to the 2-hour mark.
Xan got fly at about 1:55 or so. It was very shortly after.
Oh, okay.
He unfortunately did an earlier upper Johto than you. So he did a lot of that stuff, but then had to slow walk through Kanto. And while he was on the return trip to Kanto, his stream went down. So we missed about 18 or so minutes of what happened with Xan. But the one thing that Xan had going for him, which we were nervous about for you, was Kimono Girls in Tin Tower.
Man. Kimono Girl, it always comes to bite me back when I skip it.
Yeah, because Xan had done that his first trip, got in Tin Tower. While he was offline, he did the Ho-Oh-Chim, found Whirlpool and Secret Potion, which confused us because we had to think about where he could have possibly gone before settling on Ho-Oh-Chamber. But it really came down to Boulder Badge. That's what both of you were looking for. So.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. Hive Badge on Buxy and Boulder Badge on Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Xan also doesn't have Pokegear still.
The thing that gets me even more is the escape rope at the top of Sprout Tower.
Man, also Whirl Island, there were like 3 escape ropes telling me to go back.
It was a sign. They were saying, leave the thing here on time. Which, that was the Lugia, was the...
Mr. Mime.
Yeah, which is what Xan is now meaning.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Xan had a much harder... That's for sure.
What did Xan find?
He ran a Mantine.
Ah! Oh, my buddy.
He went to Cycling Road and caught the first thing he found.
Oh, so he didn't have Surf.
No, he did have Surf.
Oh,
he
so
just didn't do Vermilion Harbor.
Oh, okay.
He had Surf, he just didn't do Vermilion Harbor, did Cycling Road, and only caught the first thing he saw. Which, we were like, you know, given it was a Mantine, probably should have double checked.
Oh yeah, that's not an easy thing to pilot.
Yeah, and just to update the people at home, I believe that at this time, Xan has just gone ahead and decided to forfeit. He did talk to us at the beginning of the race and say that he is probably going to do his exit interview with the Portuguese Restream, that being, you know, the community that he comes from, obviously. That's understandable for us. But he
may be dropping by after. Actually, it looks like
he's going to stop by for a second.
All right, we'll stop by here for a second. Portuguese Restream. But yeah, it really came down to Boulder Badge, with Xan making the good play of saying, I'm probably a little behind, let's go E4. And if it was E4, oh, it would have been...
It was very close to going for that play.
It would have been a very good... Hi, Xan.
Looks like Xan's here.
Yo, hi guys.
Hey, Xan, very well played.
GG.
So GG.
Man, it was really trouble tonight. It's not that usual to have so many problems with internet. But
well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it's stood offline for a bit, right? But
Yeah, you were offline for about 18 or so months.
I'm so sorry,
But-
guys.
It's all good.
It's all good.
The important thing
happens.
is you didn't stop.
So where was it?
It was vanilla. It was on Brock.
No, Pokegear. Pokegear was on Janine.
Okay.
And
Jenny.
Pokegear was
okay.
on Janine.
Yeah, it was on the obvious place. So, you guys may think I'm crazy because I went E4 and all of those bad checks before Janine, but it was just
no,
because.
I think in your position, doing E4 was the right call because had that been Boulder Badge, it's
Yeah.
very plausible that you could have won.
Or Radio.
Yeah, yeah, I was by Pokegear and this Boulder Badge, yeah, but
Yeah.
I kind of left location really bad fly, so I thought I was way behind when I found both parts of fly. So I
Yeah.
decided to just like avoid some checks to recover sometimes, and one of those were just Janine and Search.
Yeah, well, Surge had nothing, but yeah, Janine, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I did go
It
through a
is a
lot of
shame.
unnecessary checks.
One other question for you, Xan. So you decided you got to Cycling Road, you find the Mantine, you catch it. Didn't even want to check to see what else there was there? Xan? You losing him?
Yeah, maybe internet troubles.
I hope not. I'd hate to have him to have more internet.
But yeah,
Yeah.
pick up where we left off. Yeah, I think that was a good play for Xan because yeah, in the end I only had 3 checks left to do.
Yeah, let me think here.
Archie, yeah, not being available anywhere up to that
Yeah, so
point.
let me think here. You had Route 4, you had Blue,
And then E4.
Yeah, and Elite.
And then I guess Vanilla Director, that was a passing thought, but
Oh, we never even considered that, but yeah, it could have just been False Director for something.
So yeah. I
Which-
think yeah, in the end, if it hadn't been Kimono Girls, I might have made a bliss to False Director, but luckily Kimono Girls did have something, so
I think Zen was about to do False Director.
okay.
But yeah, that was quite an interesting race, full of highs and lows. Yeah, I think pretty well done for both.
Yeah, I was gonna go in since yeah, that was Xan dropping from the call. I assumed that he had some internet issues. That's okay. I do kind of want to check. I'm gonna pull up our logs, just because I'm kind of curious where Card Key was, to be honest.
I imagine Card Key was just a non-soul. Like,
Card Key, Mount Silver, Max Elixir.
Okay, so your basement wasn't really in logic.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, the basement was never in Logic.
Basement was
Which
not
was
in
the-
Logic.
Yeah, which was the other thing that we were kind of curious about. Oh wait, where was your basement key?
Yeah, do you remember where you grabbed that?
Basement key.
Viridian.
Oh,
Viridian.
Viridian. Okay. So that's why Xan didn't.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because those were the big leads. The Pokegear and the basement key were the big things that you had over Xan that really kind of sealed the deal at the end there.
It was quite interesting, though, watching. You guys got your second to last badges within a minute of each other.
Oh,
With
wow.
you getting Soul Badge, he was Harsh Badge shot. So
That sounds like it was a very close race.
it was. It really came down to where Boulder Badge was going to be and whether he was going to grab Pokegear from Janine. And I really think that had Boulder Badge been on E4, I think Janine would have been one of the first places to check.
I mean, I also think at the end of the day, one of the big things that like keeps coming back to my mind is the fact that Xan didn't have cut until like you know past the hour and a half mark. Xan didn't have fly until about the 2 hour mark, and Mantine was a slower main than Dragonite. It got the job done. I didn't think it would. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
but
no,
it got the
better
job
than we
done.
thought.
It just didn't get it quite done quite as fast as Dragonite would.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at these Dragonite stats, oof.
Yeah.
I mean, good HP and defense.
Yeah, it wasn't quite killing things that are 10, 20 levels below, so that's when I knew. Well, also I was running a female Dragonite, so...
Yeah, so I don't know what the gender ratio is for Dragon. Imagine it's just 50.
I want to say 50-50.
I'm pretty sure Dragonite's 50-50.
So, I mean, it still could have been on the higher end of the 7. Alas.
But, yeah. So, very well played to Woongi. Commiserations to your opponent, Xan. Who I assume is just going to join on the Portuguese stream when/if he gets back up, which is fine. We will go ahead and say thanks to everybody who watched today. I'm gonna pull up our schedule here because we've got a lot going on.
I know we have a match tomorrow. Actually, don't we have a match at like 4 a.m.?
We have a match in 6 hours at 4 a.m.
Sounds like a streaming time to me.
versus Saint Kildafan. And
if you're an American, probably not catching that one.
Yeah. I will say this is one match that I personally, because I know both of the runners partially, but also because I know that they're both really good runners. I'm really excited. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. we have Trickums versus Vividius.
Oh, that should be a good match.
That should be a really good match. I'm really looking forward to that one. So tomorrow we have 4 a.m. Vilxis versus St. Kildafan, 10 a.m. Trickums versus Vividius. Then Tuesday we have Dimnix versus Urgate at 10 a.m. Rafpo versus Versity at 2 p.m. and Dimnix versus Pika Pals at 9 p.m. And of course, we're going with these races all week. So feel free to stay up to date on SpeedGaming, and we will be more than happy to bring you all of the news for this tournament. If you're not a part of the community and are interested in doing these kinds of races with us, feel free to come by. Feel free to come by in our Discord and say hello. We're a pretty welcoming bunch, and we're more than happy to help you with anything that you want to get into Pokemon Crystal wise. Anything else that we want to say, Woongi or Rob?
I would just say one more shout outs to SpeedGaming as well as the Portuguese restream for being able to restream this match. I don't know.
Yeah, couldn't agree harder. Thank you to SpeedGaming.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone who helped set up this tournament.
Yeah. With that, I've been Strafe Sada with Rob the Gamer, bringing you this match, and hope you all have a good rest of your night. And we'll see you at 4 a.m. tomorrow for more Pokemon Crystal FIR on SpeedGaming. Have a good night, guys.
Have a great night.